hail, damaging winds, even a tornado possible, high 79. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Time now for Rachel and John on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is Rachel and John. Nope, it's John at KDKA's table here at Three Rivers Comic Con. And I got to tell you, it's an interesting place. Rachel's missing out. She's actually outside over at another event in the north side, but maybe she's going to come running in here to get dry because it's going to rain. We are here at the convention center telling you to come on down because we're here we're here until 5 o'clock, but the Three Rivers Comic Con is here the rest of the evening. It is at the convention center, and traffic is not awful. I know that's every Yinzer's worry, is traffic awful. No, it's not, actually, and I came right into the convention center. Super easy, and it's not overly expensive parking or anything. But listen, if you come down here, there's plenty of things to do, plenty of things to see, and there's actually a special beer created by one of the comic book artists. And we're going to speak to that artist shortly. But there's a beer created by Shoe Brew up there in Zelienople. So a hometowner made some beer. And there's all kind of cosplay going on. There are comic books here. And I thought this was interesting as I was kind of doing my, let's call it pseudo research to come in here, is that, what is the connection to Pittsburgh and superheroes? I think, the obvious one is our guy, Michael Keaton, right? He was Batman. And my opinion, one of the best Batmans ever. Or the Batman. Look, we're getting the nods. Yes, there you go. All right, yes. All right. And look, Wonder Woman just came up and gave me the thumbs up. Scooby-Doo just came up and gave me the thumbs up. So we're on it. We know what's up. So, and the other thing is George Romero, influenced generations of comic and horror creators. And we got Steelman here, out here flexing. Now, how do we know that you weren't going to be here, right? Right? Where is your comic book, Steelman? Right. And you're in here staying dry, so you're not over at Acrisure.
Yeah, tell everybody to come in here.
Come in here.
It's cold.
It's dry, and there's cold beer, and there's good snacks, and all kind of things. That's right. There you go. We got the hype man out there. And, all right, and the Batman movies are a big deal as far as that. Oh, George Romero we were talking about, started the whole horror movie thing, and so that's a huge Pittsburgh base. And didn't know this, but some of the comic historians consider the city one of the strongest comic book markets in the Midwest. And the gentleman we're going to talk to after this next break is the guy who created this. And Pittsburghers, Rachel and I, we always talk about the fact that, is Pittsburgh number one in everything? Because, if we're not number one, we don't want to be in it. And he was saying that, people come from all over the country to come here. But he said that he owns comic book stores. And he said that this is one of the more populated comic stores, more densely populated comic store markets in the country. So we are a stronghold for this stuff. So Pittsburghers, Yinzers, let's take heed in the fact that that we are number one. We're just going to claim it right now. So we are going to be here. If you come down here, all right, let me just tell you what I'm witnessing walking right by right now is that I'm seeing cosplay folks. They're in tuxedos, and it's a walking TV. It's pretty awesome. We're going to have to talk to you on the radio. I know nobody could see you, but it's interesting. It's literally like an iPad inside of there. Is that? Wait, get over here. Get over here. All right, here. Put this headset on because people can't see it, but what the heck? Casey will take a picture and send it, post it on social media. How about that? All right, what is your name?
My name is Alex.
Alex, all right, and you have quite the investment in your attire here. So tell me, what is this that you're? What's your cosplay character? How about that?
Vox from Has-Been Hotel.
Oh my God, it is unbelievable. Wait, look, you're opening up inside.
Yep.
You have a whole strap-on helmet in there. You got an iPad in there. And how are you seeing through that?
There is a camera right here that connects to the iPad.
So you're seeing through a camera?
Yes.
Oh, my God. This is crazy. Are you guys from around here?
Yes, I live in Pittsburgh.
Okay. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Are you just getting here?
Yeah, I got here at around 12-ish.
Okay.
but I've been kind of hanging out in the top floor just with my friends.
Oh, you're the top shelfers. I see. And when we interview bands, we always say, "Who are the people in the band?" So you got to introduce us. Who's with you today?
This is my best friend Priya.
All right.
We met here at Animeverse. This is Cody. I also met him at Animeverse, and this is Sydney, who I also met at Animeverse.
All right. So you, the three of you are themed. Sydney, she's like, I just dropped in from Star Wars to be along with it. I like it, right? So you guys all met here? You weren't friends before this? That's what this conference does? We were friends. Okay.
But
you guys are okay.
They recruited me.
It's nice. Well, and so do you pay to have your outfits made, or?
I made it all myself.
No kidding.
Yep. I got some help with my dad for the coding, but I did most of the building myself.
Okay.
And I made all the animations for the face myself. And I also used a Cricut to do the stripes and stuff. And yeah.
Okay. All right, Alex, this is unbelievable. I walked in here, I'm just astounded, and I've been even more so. The gentleman that created this, Todd, he was telling me that Pittsburgh ranks really high in this kind of stuff. Do you and your friends travel around to other shows like this?
I went to GalaxyCon Richmond and GalaxyCon Columbus.
Okay.
But I am also going to be traveling to Philadelphia for Animate in October. So I do some traveling, but it's if I have enough money.
I got you. And do you win awards? Is there a contest?
Yes, I actually won a GalaxyCon contest. I got $60 and a little medal for it. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Will you change your cosplay character at some point, or are you always the same character?
For now, I've mostly just been doing
You
Vox,
put so much time in this, right?
Yeah, I'm also going to be doing a full Jack's head soon, and I also did N from Murder Drones.
Oh my
So, I do have some other cosplays.
Listen, this is unbelievable. Well, I tied you up. I stopped you from going in. Thank you for taking time to take your head off. It's like Disney. You never see them take their head off, but you took your head off right here in front of us, so we appreciate that. Congratulations on winning. Maybe you'll win some more, and if you do, get a hold of us so we can interview you about your award.
Thank
cool.
you.
Well, thank you, guys. Thanks for taking time. Yeah, thank you, Alex and gang. I'm telling you, it is unbelievable, the colors that you're seeing down here. And then I walked by one of the other booths, and they have like a whole starship kind of thing, spaceship kind of cockpit set up over there. I'm like, what in the world is this? It's such an interesting world, and I love the fact that a Pittsburgher is crazy over it. Todd McDivitt, who we're going to talk to in a little bit, but the characters are here. I see adults and children dressed like as a family situation. I see. I saw an adult Spider-Man taking a picture with a junior Spider-Man. That was super cool. Oh, wait, we got to get him on the radio. Come back here. All right, we have to take a break, but come back here. How are you? Good to see you. Listen, I'm good, thanks. Jeez, the guy, I remember you from the Toonseum here in Pittsburgh. You put Pittsburgh,
Cartoon Academy on WQED.
Cartoon Academy on WQED. So you got to come back maybe like 3:30?
Yeah.
3:30, you're good? All right, sweet. All right, good to see you again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the Convention Center. Morgan Wallen is canceled. There's no rain inside the Convention Center. So if you're downtown, just stop over and walk in here because it is unbelievable the things you'll see. And like I just saw, we're going to talk to a guy who recreated the drawings of Spider-Man. He's here in Pittsburgh, and walk by a table, he's just literally sitting there sketching. Very, very approachable. So, all right, that's what we're doing today. We are here until 5. We're going to talk cosplay, anime, Star Wars, characters, all of it. Comic books. It's John and Rachel. It's 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Your source for the AccuWeather forecast. Hear it on News Radio KDKA.
Life-changing medicine is happening every day at UPMC Heart and Vascular Institute.
We have the luxury to be bold, to continue to be pioneers in the world for innovative heart care.
We are the place of discovery. Literally, the world experts in cardiac care are in this institution.
By combining technology, research, and the latest innovations, patients from all over the world come to UPMC.
Because of the expertise that exists here at UPMC, it allows us to take on patients that have been turned down at other centers.
We offer unique heart procedures that you cannot get anywhere else.
One of our founding mantras is that compassion has to be at the forefront of everything that we do.
From leading the region in cardiac procedures to being the only center in the state to offer integrated women's health and heart care, UPMC is pioneering life-changing cardiac care every day. Your heart care matters. Visit upmc.com/heart to learn more.
Show her you'd marry her all over again. Hi, I'm Joe Urbanowitz, the jeweler. If you're needing a fine quality anniversary gift, you're just in time for our spring sale, where you can save up to 30% on most everything. At Urbanowitz Jewelers, we offer the area's finest selection of unique diamond anniversary jewelry. We can also custom design a piece with emeralds, rubies, sapphires, or any birthstone. Register to win a $1,000 shopping spree. No purchase necessary. Urbanowitz Jewelers, Peters Township. Hurry, sale ends soon.
We're talking with Joe Cibulis from Highwood Cemetery about cemetery care. Joe, can you please explain your perpetual care fund to us?
Sure. A perpetual care fund is a trust established by cemeteries to ensure ongoing maintenance of burial grounds and mausoleums forever. We set aside 15% of the sale price of burial lots and other cemetery items. Income generated from this fund is used to cover costs like mowing lawns, road repair, and other essential upkeep after all the remaining burial plots have been sold.
So people with lots at Highwood Cemetery can be assured that there are sufficient funds to maintain the cemetery in the future.
Yes, at Highwood Cemetery, our perpetual care fund is in excess of $1 million. A third-party trustee, a fiduciary, is responsible for managing the fund. Everything your family has at Highwood Cemetery will be protected by our perpetual care fund.
You can learn more about Highwood Cemetery by calling 412-766-6600.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. That's right. You can earn cash back with Upside just for buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside, and just last year, I made nearly $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get cash back? If you like extra cash, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you fill your tank. Use promo code PICKUP to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PICKUP for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PICKUP for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hi, Paul Alexander here to let you know the KDKA has planned a fabulous 5-day Arizona getaway this September, and it's filling up fast. My wife, Shelley, and I want you to join us for an unforgettable trip based in beautiful Flagstaff, a relaxed mountain town that makes the perfect home base. From there, we'll explore the incredible red rocks of Sedona, travel by rail to the breathtaking Grand Canyon, a bucket list spot that everyone needs to see at least once. And then we'll take in the stunning scenery around Lake Powell with its deep blue water and wide open views. It's the perfect mix of sightseeing, natural beauty, and plenty of time to just enjoy where we are. And September is truly the sweet spot. Comfortable weather, no summer crowds, and everything planned for you. No guessing, no stress. Just show up and enjoy Arizona. Space is limited. Seats are disappearing quickly. Visit travelwithkdk.com or call 800-383-3131. Again, travel with KDK.com or call 800-383-3131. Can't wait to see you there.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Let's return to Rachel and John on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I'm going to let this play a while because I feel like that's like the perfect music bit for this. It is John and Rachel minus the Rachel. We're at Three Rivers Comic Con, and we're at the Convention Center. It is open until 6 tonight. As I said earlier, the concert's canceled. You got no place to go. Get on over here because it is an amazing display of just something completely different. We talk about how many times you go to a sports conference or sports this, sports that, and this is completely different, and it's actually super cool. There's so many colors, and everybody's happy. Nobody's arguing. It's just like a wonderful place. And the guy who created this is Todd McDivitt. Todd, welcome to KDKA.
Thank you for being here. It's amazing to have you, and help me spread the good word about this fantastic event we do.
Yes. All right. So this event here, just tell me a little bit about how it all started. So we know that you have owned comic book stores throughout the area, and I want to make sure we talk about that a little bit. But tell me how this all started for you. You're 14. Wow. You read a Bazooka Joe comic. That kind of thing.
Like started in the comic business, or you mean the convention?
The whole thing. Let's start with your start.
Oh man, how much time did you give me again?
Yeah.
So in the comic book business, this actually marks my 40th year doing it.
Okay.
And back then I got into it as a teenager.
Okay.
And I discovered the business side of it very quickly. I discovered if I buy a couple extra comics, I get a little discount. I would sell them to my friends in the hallway of my high school.
Okay.
And then that evolved. I ended up getting this little storefront in my little hometown. Really modest, but it was a start. And then kind of spiraled from there. I mean, like I said, unless we have 7 hours, I just give you that short version of that.
Did the fascination of it was it just the business and what other people do, or do you also draw things like that? Do you have a fascination as far as creating art?
I took a very short stab at it.
Okay.
In fact, the only thing I've drawn is here. We did. For the 40th anniversary of the business, I resurrected the original logo that I drew.
Okay.
And we got it posted around the room, and I had kind of like refined a little bit, and we made a shirt of it too. We have that here too.
Okay.
But that's it. And it's pretty ugly, but I'm like, you know what? It has this place in history. I can't ignore that. So it's here. So.
All right. So the history of this event. Tell me about that, because you're celebrating 40 years in the business, but this is celebrating 10 years.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yeah. It all intersects nicely.
Yeah.
So the Pittsburgh comic convention scene, it went through a weird kind of roller coaster ride for a while, and there was a bit of a window where there wasn't one. And I kind of shrugged my shoulders and said, man, no one else is going to step up and do this. Some folks had tried, and it didn't really connect. And, I was just, with the multiple stores, I kind of had the reach to talk to the customer base and the culture.
Yes, right.
And I was like, no one else is going to do this, and it just needs to be here. And I've gone to events in other cities and seen just the incredible engagement they get there. And somebody gave me some good advice. They're like, you got to make it about comics, but you got to also make it about Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Make it about your hometown. So done our best. So
and it's fascinating to me. And so you touch base into at least part, because part of this is comics, part of this is cosplay as well, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And so you're touching the comic basis all the time with your stores. Where are the stores around town?
Oh, wow. My original store, Elwood City, small town north of Pittsburgh.
What a great place, George Romero. I mean, they honor...
That's Evans City. Elwood City. That
Elwood
gets
City.
mistaken a lot. You're not alone.
My bad, yes.
And I talk fast, if you haven't noticed. I'm trying to get under that wire for you.
I have to listen slower.
It's all good. Then my next store was Cranberry Township.
Okay.
Opened that in 91, so that's also an anniversary for that one, 35 years.
Okay.
Then Butler. I went in downtown Butler. And we're in the Pittsburgh Mills, Gallery at Pittsburgh Mills Mall. That's still working out great there. And we are in the waterfront. We have a great store there that we're very proud of.
What is the fascination with the comics? I know the superheroes, and I think it's really, to me, I'm fascinated by the fact that I could go see a movie, an animated or a movie, film that tells me, and I could sit there for an hour and a half, eat popcorn, and digest it, but there really is still a need to digest comic books. So it's not a movie. You're sitting there looking and reading comic books. What's that fascination, do you think?
I think a lot of it is there's a collectible component to it.
Yeah.
There was a threat, I want to say 10, maybe 20 years ago, that people were worried comics would go away to digital media.
Yeah.
And, let's face it, you can get your phone out and you read any of this stuff anytime.
Yes.
But people want to have the thing. They want to put it in a box. They want to touch it. They like the tangibility of it.
Yeah.
For the older comic books, some people joked even this morning already, they love the smell. Part of the the full experience is like, oh, it's an old cool comic book. It has that little bit of a musty odor or whatever.
Yeah.
People love that too.
I was that way with the newspaper. I mean, really,
Yeah.
I didn't read much of the Post-Gazette when it came, but just that feel, that, just, and that smell of the paper and the ink and all that kind of stuff. I get that for sure. And so we were talking as you and I were walking around earlier, as far as where Pittsburgh kind of ranks, and we don't necessarily know this stuff, but you were saying as far as, the density of comic book retail outlets, Pittsburgh's pretty high. So is that true, and why do we attribute that to?
Yeah, same thing. There's no real metric to determine that, but it's just something that people from even other areas have noticed. I'm kind of here, so it's just, almost white noise.
Right.
But it's interesting when somebody visits from outside, another city, another state, whatever, and they say, wow, there's a lot here, and they're all doing well, and it's like a concentrated comic book culture in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And quite seriously, people that are really more curious than I am even have kind of taken a deep dive into it, and they can't figure out why. It's just something about they just love to enjoy their hobby.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just that kind of casual culture we have here. You like to enjoy yourself. You like to really be involved in what you enjoy and not be casual about it. So
yeah, and that's certainly what we observed here. As far as everybody's just friendly, having a good time. It's just it's not even like a Yinzer thing. It's just there's the connection to everybody's appreciative of the art of the various outfits, the art that's on the comic books. I'm extremely fascinated by it. And you live this every day. Is your house in all these multiple colors?
yeah, it's got a lot of boxes stacked up.
Is that right?
So, yeah, I like the smell of that old paper too.
There you go. All right. So are you so busy? Could you have to? Do you have to go roam around, or could we have you stay and kind of answer some of our Yinzer questions?
I'm good. Nobody's screaming at me, so I can stick around.
Sweet.
So,
okay. All right. So we are going to stay here. We are here until 5 o'clock. And again, if you're coming in, you get your ticket, walk straight up the hallway. We're here. But, we're not the priority because inside is just absolutely fascinating. Make sure when you're bringing the kids that they have time to go in there and walk around. I'm looking like little dinosaurs and other folks over there. So it's fantastic. So it is. We're going to come back and talk to Todd McDevitt, the creator of all this. Again, it's John and Rachel minus the Rachel 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
What if you could buy a flippable two-sided mattress made with the finest materials that cost less than other luxury brands? This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory, and this is exactly what you'll find with our new Orthos line available exclusively at OMF. We build these by hand using premium materials like wool and cotton. It's old-world craftsmanship with modern comfort, our most extraordinary sleep system. Built locally at a price other luxury brands just can't match. Visit the Original Mattress Factory and experience the Orthos line for yourself.
If you're the type of person who looks for high-quality products at a fair price, we would love for you to consider the Original Mattress Factory. All of our beds are hand-built in local factories using only the best materials. Because we sell factory direct, we eliminate the middleman markup, which allows us to offer great beds at a great value. If you hate games and gimmicks, we think that you'll find our honest, transparent approach refreshing. Stop by one of our locations today to experience the Original Mattress Factory difference for yourself.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune. Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks by protecting your truck. Cause Birdie told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. I'll always trust a Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Get connected. That's the Inside Connection this Saturday morning at 9 with your local Medicare experts from MediConnect. If you're turning 65, hear all the inside information available to seniors on the Inside Connection, presented by MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
Colin Dunlap on KDKA.
Drone shows are better than fireworks. Fireworks are static. They're the same. Drone shows are able to evolve. The one thing fireworks have over drone shows are the sound. Fireworks go boom. Okay, we like that. But if you've seen one fireworks show, you've seen them all.
Weekdays 2 to 6 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
ABC News, I'm Mike Dubusky. Israeli Defense Forces now say they killed a terrorist cell commander in the military wing of Hamas overnight in Gaza City. That strike in total killed at least 7 people, according to local health officials. Democrat Graham Plattner continues to lead the pack of Democrats ahead of Tuesday's primary elections in Maine, despite a troubling report this week about his behavior towards women.
The New York Times reporting several of Plattner's ex-girlfriends describe, quote, unsettling behavior. One claiming Plattner regularly grabbed her by the shoulders, sometimes hard enough to leave marks, and on one occasion yanked her out of a cab by her wrist. She says during one argument, Plattner twisted her arm behind her back, shoved her into a bedroom, and held the door closed from the other side so she couldn't get out. Plattner fiercely denies any violence, but admits to mistakes in his past.
ABC's Selena Wang. California elections officials, meanwhile, still counting the votes from primaries this Tuesday. This is ABC News.
No use denying it. Old Man Winter's been hard on our homes. If it's drafty windows, overflowing gutters, rotted trim, or that dreaded leaking roof, PJ Fitzpatrick can take care of your home repair project before it turns into costly structural damage. Don't keep putting it off. This is the best time to call the repair experts at PJ Fitzpatrick. No job too big or too small. They'll fix it right the first time. Visit trustpj.com.
The Pittsburgh Speaker Series at Heinz Hall, presented by University of Pittsburgh, announces its 26-27 season. 7 events to challenge your mind, enlarge your world, and make you laugh. With Anderson Cooper, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, historian Anne Applebaum, financial journalist Andrew Ross Sorkin, and the former U.S. Ambassador to China, Nicholas Burns. The series is sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James. Tickets on sale now at pittsburghspeakers.org.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour, and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Spruce. Pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. We're proud to offer high-quality, rechargeable hearing aids starting at just $98. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and hear the difference today by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds and intervals of sunshine this afternoon and evening with thunderstorms that can be severe. Flash flooding, hail, damaging winds, even a tornado possible. High 79. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zayer, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Coming up Monday on the Big K Morning Show, 5:30 until 10, in our 8 o'clock hour, Lenny McAllister promises to break news.
Let's return to Rachel and John on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Yeah, we are here at Three Rivers Comic-Con and just seeing so many different characters, cosplay characters walking by, seeing so many colors. Everything's very colorful here. And interestingly enough, our guest is the creator of all of this. And we just talked a little bit about it. Was only a few years ago, Todd McDivitt, who created this, celebrating 40 years of being in the comic book industry and 10 years of this, that you switched to black and gold, right? Yeah, how about that?
I can't say it was a switch. It was probably something I always wanted to do, but once in a while I find myself, years ago, we'd make like maybe color-coded signs. We'd be like,
okay,
well, we haven't used red in a while. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, but then now and maybe there's an occasion we would do that, but in general, almost everything we do is black and gold.
Yeah, Pittsburghers are all about anything black and gold. But there are so many colors here. You see so many reds, oranges, bright colors.
The bags are all
yes.
black and gold.
The flag. Yeah, the bags yellow. Yeah, there you go. There's so many different colors and so many different characters that we're talking about. So talk about the positivity that this brings to Pittsburgh. I've talked to you. You're a little bit shy about talking about what impact you bring to the city here. But, as I'm watching, everybody's just having a great time. But you're the guy in your team. You're the guy that's kind of instrumenting, what I want to say, orchestrating that.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess part of the sort of mission I talked earlier about, there was a bubble where there wasn't this kind of event, and I said, someone's got to do it. I don't think anyone else is going to step up. Let me do it. And I like to solve problems. I like to create things. It's just kind of in my DNA.
Yeah.
And so in doing so, a big part of it, the conversation came up like, well, aren't we just bringing in competitors?
Yeah.
To take money away from customers that we would sell to in our 6 stores?
Oh, yeah, good point.
And I don't think so. I think, maybe short term, but I think that the energy and the excitement that gets inspired in the collectors by coming to an event like this makes them just more excited about the hobby, and if they're excited about their hobby, they're going to spend more money on their hobby. So maybe I don't get their money today in my stores, but they're finding something new here, or maybe helping complete a collection here, and they're like, well, now I'm on to a new collection. For the other 363 days of the year, they can come see me, and I'll help with that. But I love the fact that it's just so inspiring for them to be here and to do whatever they do, whether it's the cosplay thing, or they're shopping for that special old book, meet the artists, all the things that are offered here, and it just keeps them juiced.
Again, and I think it's like minds collecting, right? You're collecting like minds from other cities. As again, we talked to Alex, who has a group of friends that they've connected here, and now they connect here every year, and now they even travel every once in a while together. So I think that's super cool. All right, so this is here until 6 o'clock tonight. And again, I encourage, I like the other family part of it that I've observed so far is that, there are parents that brought their kids here. Parents, some dressed in cosplay. The kids are dressed in similar cosplay, or the parents brought them in. So it's giving them a chance to say, hey, this is super cool, right?
Absolutely. And today is, you're right, till 6, but it's also here tomorrow.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's a little bit of a nicer, kind of almost more chill day. Mm-hmm. This is the kind of diehards get here. They really want to shop for that special thing. Tomorrow, it's a bit more of a family day, too. We do a kids' costume contest, cosplay contest.
Okay.
Don't discount tomorrow. And in some ways, if it's a new experience for somebody, that may be a little bit better. It's actually, I think we discount the tickets a little bit tomorrow too.
Okay.
So, and I'm so sorry. That's one of those details that slips away from me.
No, that's fine. No, that's good. That's good that everybody knows that. As a matter of fact, our own David Ballarado is judging a costume contest. I think is that tonight? Is that tomorrow?
I believe they're both tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So,
yeah. David, I know he's part of that as well. And David is just one of the people. Again, fascinatingly one of the news guys. And like when we saw his name on the list, we're like, go get the heck out of here. All right. So Todd, we would love for you to tell everybody more about what's going on tomorrow, because maybe today there's not much time to throw the kids in the car.
That's what I was thinking.
And so, but I can't let you do that. Speaking of David Ballarado, there he is walking right now. But I can't let you do that unless we have some fun with some of our Yinzer questions, because Rachel would have me fired if I didn't ask them. So you good with that?
I'm going to do my best. All
right. So let's go with one of the soft ones first here. What is something that's on your destination procrastination? And that is really where, you go every time you go out, somebody goes, hey, have you ever been to? And you go, I drive by that 2 times a week and I just don't get a chance to go. Is there anything like that in your life?
So Pittsburgh destination I've not been to that. So I've got 2 answers, if that's all right. Quick one. I've never been to Phipps. So don't know why I just haven't. So it's on my list. The other answer I want to give is the nerdy one. So there are, maybe you're not aware of this, there are at least one, I think, a second mural somewhere in Pittsburgh. There's a giant one, and I believe it's at a steel scrapyard of Magneto. So Magneto, the villain who can manipulate metal, magnetic powers. Okay. And I've seen pictures of it, and it's enormous, and it's beautiful. And I'm sorry I don't know who the artist is, but he deserves all the credit in the world. And that'd be fun to go to that.
Yeah, okay. So you got to find that out, right?
I'm going to find out. I'm sure it's easy.
Take a break.
Yeah.
You got to take a break. All
maybe
right.
Monday. Maybe Tuesday. Monday, I'm not doing anything.
Right. All right. So what is something, Yinzers there's so many golden geese in Pittsburgh. Steelers, Permane sandwiches. Rachel's not a fan of Permane sandwiches, but supports it, gets the fact. Me, I can't handle ketchup. I just can't handle it. What is something we might have to pull your Yinzer card for?
So Pittsburgh thing that I'm not a fan of? Is that what I'm
hearing? It's a treasured Pittsburgh thing, but you don't get it.
That's tough because I think I embrace most of them.
Is that right?
I'm one of those guys like go to a restaurant and I look for that Heinz ketchup bottle.
Is that right?
If it's not there.
Okay. All right.
No, I dig the Permane. I'm not a big baseball fan, so it's nothing against the Pirates. Maybe that's just not the thing.
Yeah,
but
there you go.
At the same time, if somebody's coming in from out of town and they want to go to a game, I'm going.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I'll take them tailgating.
I like it. Yeah, there you go. All right, how about a neighborhood So in Pittsburgh, somebody tells you something and you're surprised, you go, nah, and then they repeat it, you go, uh-huh. So what would be a neighborhood nut, either from your own neighborhood where you grew up, anything like that?
Wow. It's been a long weekend, right, John?
Yeah. Well, I think, to be honest with you, Todd, I think this is a neighborhood nut, or it could be a procrastination destination, because I didn't realize how big this is here in Pittsburgh. And if you went and told me that, what this was, I go, nah.
Yeah.
So that would be my neighborhood for here.
Gotcha. I'll accept that.
There you go.
Fantastic.
So, Todd, this again is open tomorrow, and we want families to come down here. I mean, you just literally can't miss it. And it's a good Sunday afternoon kind of thing. What are the times tomorrow?
Tomorrow's 10 to 6.
Okay. It's at the convention center. And for you Yinzers that complain about parking all the time, it's fine down here. And there's not going to be any traffic tomorrow. I mean,
it should be another good reason to.
Another good reason to pick tomorrow. Where do they go and find out all the information? What's going on tomorrow? The schedule, tickets?
It's pretty easy. I think we own them both. It's threeriverscomiccon.com. You can spell it with a 3, or you can spell it out if you feel like typing extra. But it's just threeriverscomiccon.com.
Well, Todd, we appreciate you having us here. It's just been fantastic, and I just appreciate you having us down here. And again, this is like asking a parent a favorite kid. Do you have a favorite costume going on around here?
Right now I do. We get to enjoy some of the fantastic ones for sure. And what's funny, it's even crazier tomorrow because that's when the contest is.
Yeah, so they really
that's why that's kind of a spectacle on its own. It's well worth it.
We're gonna have to talk to Steelman. I can't. Steelman's looking right at us here. We're gonna have.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm gonna pull his Yinzer card here. Ask him what he knows about or what he thinks about Iron City beer.
You know what? I've never been there. That's one.
Wait. Yeah, but we are talking about the beer. Shoe Brew made a beer, right? Talk about that real quick.
Cheers.
Yeah?
See if we can drink with the mic on.
They made a beer just for you, and the label was designed by a person with a local tie.
Yeah. So I love craft beer, and I love the comic biz, and I wanted to find a way to combine the two. So years ago, I was like, hey, let's partner up with some of these local breweries, and I think we're on our 7th or 8th year partnering with Shoe Brew because they are fantastic to work with.
Fantastic, yeah.
They're just super. Yeah. Now we're in a nice rinse repeat mode.
Yeah.
We're already talking about next year's beer, and it'll be they'll brew it soon, and it'll go in some barrels. This is aged in bourbon barrels.
I love it.
And we'll do that again for the next few years, and see where the course takes us after that. But who knows? Maybe forever.
Take us out with the website one more time.
3riverscomiccon.com.
It is John and Rachel from Comic Con, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company. Larger than light. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Jumpin' June savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. In our meat department, USDA Choice Boneless Top Sirloin Steak, $7.99 a pound. In the produce department, red or green seedless grapes are $1.99 a pound. In the deli, Cedar Hollow Sweet Cherrywood Ham, $8.99 a pound. And additional savings this week, selected varieties of Kraft Chunk or shredded cheese, 7 to 8 ounce packages, 2 for $4.
It's happening at Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the United States. So when it comes to your heart, there's no room for compromise. At UPMC Heart and Vascular Institute, innovation, technology, and world-class expertise come together to treat the most complex heart cases, redefining what's possible for patients who need it most. Getting your heart checked can save your life. Schedule your appointment with the region's leader at upmc.com/heart.
When you get a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, things get real.
And nobody understands that better than the Parkinson's Foundation. All across the country, we provide resources.
Weather Bulletin. The National Weather Service in Pittsburgh has issued a tornado warning for northwestern Fayette County in southwestern Pennsylvania, southeastern Washington County in southwestern Pennsylvania, southwestern Westmoreland County in southwestern Pennsylvania until 3:15 p.m. At 2:44 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Bentleyville, or 13 miles south of Gastonville, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado. Source, radar indicated rotation. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Connellsville, Mount Essen, California, Mount Pleasant, Scottsdale, Charleroi, Bentleyville, Brownsville, Perryopolis, North Belvernon, North Charleroi, Spears, Belvernon, Ellsworth, Linwood Pricedale, West Brownsville, Roscoe, Everson, and Deemston. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a well-built building away from windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 3:15 p.m. for the following counties in Pennsylvania: Fayette, Washington, and Westmoreland.
Tomorrow's great thinkers and innovators. But right now, there's a funding crisis in public schools. Millions of kids go to schools that don't have funding for books, computers, and so much more just because of where they live. You can help change that. Donor Shoes is a nonprofit that lets you support students and teachers in your community and beyond. You choose which supplies to support. You could provide first graders with pencils and paper, or other students with their first chapter books, help a music class get a guitar.
You could even supply a classroom like mine with a science project. But what you're really giving is the moment that sparks a brighter tomorrow.
To learn more, please visit donorschoose.org. That's donorschoose.org. Choose students. Shape the future.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
Back to Rachel and John on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Guys, we are at Three Rivers Comic-Con at Convention Center. Once again, it's fantastic. There are so many cosplay, costumes, characters going by, so many colors, so many family smiles going on, people that have met here and they reunite over here. Oh, he talked to Todd McDevitt, who created this 10 years ago, and it has a bunch of comic book stores around Pittsburgh for the last 40 years. And, you know, we know about Spider-Man. We know about Batman. We know about all these characters. But, you know, we at Pittsburgh, hold on one second there, Stewie. There you go. We know Pittsburgh has our own characters as we get them set here. It is Steel Man. You see him in all of his armor. Oh, yeah. Hold on. We'll get you a hot mic there. There you go. You got it there, Casey? Good. There you go, Steel Man. Tell us.
Right on, brother.
There you go. All right, all right. So, listen, Spider-Man, Batman, they got nothing on you.
No way. Come on. They come in here, I kick their butts.
There you go. All right,
They're
so
dupas.
They're
dupas, as we say.
Do you come here every year?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. All right.
Best comic book convention in Pittsburgh. Three Rivers Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Right on.
Oh, nice. All right, so there you go. Look, you got your fans. You got
That's right, brother.
guy in Pirates gear giving you a thumbs up.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me about when you come down here. It's just fascinating to see the various characters. You created Steel Man, and there are minds like you. They just create their own characters.
Yes, you got a lot of artists here, a lot of creators, writers. You come down here to a comic book convention, you're going to see all kinds of stuff you've never seen before.
Yeah.
It's really awesome. Really unique. It's
I would
a
agree.
unique experience, and it's something everyone should try. That's for sure.
All right. And so what's I see there's cosplay, there are comic books. As a kid, did you go through comic books? Like my limitation, unfortunately, is Bazooka Joe comics, right?
Okay.
It stops right about there.
That's
but
good.
How about you
Good.
as a good? You must have a history because you created Steel Man.
Yes, I got the comic books, and stereotypical. My mom threw them away. I had a nice stack going, and she threw them away, So, but I collected more over the years, and you know what? I made my own comic books too.
Yeah.
Steel Man, Pittsburgh's official superhero, and then we have the Adventures of Steel Dog.
And we see you hanging out with other Steel characters, like we've got Mini Troy, right?
Yep.
And then we got who else we got?
We got Pope Yenzer. Terrible Bra.
Yeah.
Yep. Steeler Jesus.
Yeah, Steeler Jesus, right.
Steel Cowboy.
Okay.
Big City. All kinds of characters. You see them on TV all the time.
And you guys go around I know that, you're here doing certain things here, but when you're at the games and stuff, you're creating positivity, taking pictures with kids.
Yeah.
How's that feel like as far as, as the kids are coming up, that has to be fun.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good to be a positive part of the community, the Pittsburgh community.
The culture.
It's the culture. It's a pop culture thing, and it's nice to put a smile on a kid's face. They like to pose with the Steel Man.
Yeah.
And, I like doing that for them, and makes me feel good. I got my day job, of course, which is more normal. Actually, by day, I'm a mechanical engineer, so it's a little bit different than being Steel Man.
Is that right?
But,
I did not know that.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So then your outfit here, I guess you engineered all this stuff.
Yeah, you know what? Tony Stark's in the comics. is really actually a mechanical engineer.
Okay.
I'm a real mechanical engineer.
I see.
And I'm a real steel man, you know.
I like
He's
it.
just Iron Man, you know. I'm the real deal, baby, you know.
What if we go back into the history of Steelman, the character? Where does Steelman born? Was he poured out of steel molds? How did that work out?
Wow. You know, actually a little different there. I'll tell you. The folks at home, they want to hear this one. Okay.
Yes, they do.
Steelman. Okay, Steelman sitting there. Okay, we're talking early 2000s. Steelman sitting there at a Baltimore Ravens game, okay?
Yeah.
And it just happens to be a Halloween game, okay? So we got all the characters out there. They're all dressed up. They're looking great. Yeah, Maia is there. She's in the crowd, you know. But one guy, Steeler Jesus, is standing at the 50-yard line with outstretched arms. Actually, it's not the Steeler Jesus I hang out with, but the original Steeler Jesus was a different guy. He was on the 50-yard line, standing out there with outstretched arms. Steelman looks over. Before I was Steelman, okay? Regular Mike.
Yeah,
Mike.
I got you.
Mike, the guy that works in the steel mills, the engineer that goes around the world working in the steel mills, fixing stuff, you know, next to the molten metal, looks over, sees that Jesus guy. I said, that is the best costume I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You know, it's inspiring. You see 60,000 people, and you got this guy dressed as a stereotypical Jesus standing at the 50-yard line. Everybody's having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, I looked at it, okay. I said, man, that's good. I'm thinking to myself, how could I get a good costume like that? You know, actually, I was a little narcissistic. I'm thinking, how can I get a better costume? You know, that's really what I was thinking. Okay, I'm thinking, how can I outdo that one? You know, because that is just awesome. Okay, it was a cloudy day. Okay, the clouds part. Some light shines on the Steelman. Boom, boom. Oh, Steelman. Boom. I think that. Wham. I could get all the safety gear that I wear at the steel mills right here. These are these are silvers, aluminized safety gear, so you can get close to molten metal. I could take that safety gear and I could take it to my grandma, who would later become Iron Grandma. And yes, the Steelman was born that day.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, right. A true story.
Nice. I love it.
All my comics, all my stories are based on reality. Boom, and that's that.
Can we find out about Steelman online?
Steelman, www.pittsburghsteelman.com.
I love it. Everybody, let's hear it for Steelman, right? Right
on.
Yeah. Now, Steelman, now you talked about your outfit here just real quick here. Is it too hot when it's when the games are in the August kind of time, or no? You're used to it. Steelman, he can
a lot of I have to say regular people, normal people. Okay. I work in a steel mill. Okay.
Yeah.
Steel melts at approximately 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Your oven is 350.
Yeah.
So 10 times the heat. Okay, we're talking heat so hot. I gotten close to it, my hair fell out once.
Nice.
You know, it grew back, and I still look great. But okay, my hair fell out. Okay. That type of heat that I'm used to, you know, you get used to it. Being in the industry,
there you go. Steelman. Let's hear it for Steelman one more time.
Right on.
It is John and Rachel, minus the Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
My retired friends are going back to work. I'm worried Social Security won't be enough. BenefitsCheckup.org connected me to $1,000 a month for food and medicine. It's free. Visit BenefitsCheckup.org today.
Supported by the U.S. Administration for Community Living.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
From ABC News, I'm Mike Dubusky. The latest IDF strike in Gaza has taken the lives of at least 7 people in a tent encampment, according to local health authorities. Israeli forces now say the strike has killed a leader within Hamas's military wing. It comes as Ukraine again launches a volley of air attacks at St. Petersburg, Russia, which is playing host to Russia's annual forum right now.
Vladimir Putin, of course, was asked about this. He gave a keynote address at the forum on Friday. He said that he didn't see a point in meeting with President Zelensky at the moment. In other words, he doesn't seem to acknowledge the very real problems that are emerging on the battlefield and in Ukraine's growing drone capabilities.
ABC's Ian Panel. Meanwhile, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has said he'll meet with Zelensky tomorrow at 10 Downing Street in London alongside the leaders of France and Germany. Democratic operatives will be watching Maine's primary elections closely this Tuesday, with Graham Plattner leading, despite recent questions about his treatment of women outlined in a New York Times report. California Democrat Ro Khanna supporting Plattner at an event last night.
How has that worked out? 2 Trump terms and 30 years of Susan Collins. How has that worked out?
Summer-like temperatures are fueling thunderstorms across the eastern U.S., creating the risk of damaging wind and hail. More from ABC News meteorologist Samara Theodore.
We've got some storms that'll be rolling through, cooling us down tonight. Temperatures will be dropping as well. The storms are lined up from New York to Boston, back through central Pennsylvania, and these storms continue to move through overnight. Level 2 out of 5. So a few of these storms could be on the stronger side. Watch for any power outages and down trees there as a result.
And at the Royal Palace of Madrid today, Pope Leo beginning his week-long visit to Spain, marking the first papal visit to that country since 2011. You're listening to ABC News.
Hot summer days and high energy bills are on the way. Upgrade your home's old leaky windows this month during Window Nation's Buy 4 Get 4 free sale. Yes, half of your new beautiful energy efficient windows free. Plus no money down and no monthly payments or interest for 2 years. Call now 866-200-8670 or windownation.com. In select markets, trust our family of brands, New South Window and ArmorView. That's 866-200-8670 or windownation.com to book a consultation.
I've been telling you all about the secret war on our cash and the free report you can receive a copy of by contacting Swiss America at 800-289-2646. I'd also like to encourage you to subscribe to their podcast on YouTube. Just search Swiss America Trading. The podcast can provide you a ton of vital information and financial news in the challenging and uncertain times we're in. Subscribe today. Learn more about BRICS, industry leaders, and their market predictions for the future, along with what you might expect to see in terms of precious metal performance in the weeks and months ahead. Message and data rates may apply.
Today marks 82 years since the D-Day invasion of German-occupied France. ABC's Chuck Sievertson has a look back at the largest seaborne invasion in history.
U.S. confirmation from Army Colonel Richard Dupuy in London of
landing Allied armies this morning on the northern coast of France.
On all networks from London, back from a warplane, reporter Wright Bryant.
17 American paratroopers jumped with their arms, ammunition, and equipment into German-occupied France.
Looks like we're going to have a night tonight.
ABC's George Hicks. The first on-scene report from a ship. Chuck Sievertson, ABC News.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth marking the day with a speech in Normandy, France earlier. A new warning about fake online invitations. Victims say emails may look like your friends are sending you an evite to major events, but they're actually scams. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze explains how you can protect yourself.
When you get an invite, hover your mouse over the image in your email. You'll see a URL link pop up on your screen. Evite also tells us that the single most reliable indicator that an invite is real is the sender's email address. So it should end in evite.com, not Gmail or Hotmail. All of these sites do say that they have direct email contacts where you can reach out to them to ask if an invite is a scam.
And the Belmont Stakes are tonight, marking the final leg of the 2026 Triple Crown. The morning line number favorite is number 4, a horse named Renegade. I'm Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
Life's best moments start with perfect choices. For Connie Nowak, it was a trolley ride and a 67-year love story. A life of family, smart decisions, and companionship with Chester the cat. Her retirement choice? The Village at St. Barnabas. Recreation, healthcare, close to family, everything on her list. Plus, it's an exceptional retirement value with a flexible entry process and affordable rates. St. Barnabas Retirement Communities, stbarnabascommunities.com, or call 724-444-5568.
It's no secret that Pennsylvania's state system of higher education schools have undergone a drastic enrollment decline since their peak period between 2010 and 2011. But even with school consolidations and minor student count reversals in recent years, Allegheny Institute researcher Jake Hulk says the prospect for future enrollment gains is not very good. Learn more at AlleghenyInstitute.org, where conventional public policy wisdom has been challenged for more than 30 years. AlleghenyInstitute.org.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds and intervals of sunshine this afternoon and evening with thunderstorms that can be severe. Flash flooding, hail, damaging winds, even a tornado possible. High 79. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zayer, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The following is an editorial by KDKA Radio Regional Vice President Michael Spacciapoli.
A huge chasm exists between business reality and ideal scenarios. Yes, we're referring to Allegheny County's proposed 18-week paid leave policy. Every parent would love those 18 weeks with their newborn or newly adopted child. It is the best plan for everyone except the small business owner who would have to pay 2 people to handle 1 job for that extended period of time. In corporate America, when someone takes extended time off, there are plenty of capable people to pick up the slack. Often, you don't even notice they are gone. That's not how it works when someone with a vital role isn't there in a small business. Since churches, universities, and hospitals in Allegheny County do not pay taxes, the county needs to do everything it can to attract businesses. This policy is not business friendly. An executive director of a county EMS station tells Colin Dunlap this could cripple the 32 ambulance services in the county. They can't cut services or charge more for their services. The county is already bracing for economic insolvency. Shuttering small businesses or forcing them to move to a surrounding county is certainly not the answer, and that's exactly what the 18-week paid leave policy will do.
This has been an editorial by KDKA Radio Regional Vice President Michael Spacciapoli. To view a transcript, go to kdkaradio.com.
It's Rachel and John on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
And it's Rachel and John again. Rachel not here, John is here, and I have to tell you, Rachel would be completely shocked that I just tasted the beer, the official beer of Three Rivers Comic Con, and it has coffee in it, and it's quite good, actually. It's made with from Zoo Brew up in Zelienople. But before we get all wrapped up in that, how about this, is that we have Ron Friends, and Ron had no idea. The guy lurks over here in Pittsburgh for his entire life and has been drawing Spider-Man and other comics throughout his whole life, has worked for DC and Marvel. So welcome to KDKA, Ron.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
We met you at a very inopportune time. You were trying to down a sandwich here.
We grab it when we can here. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And you need to finish some drawings before 7. So First of all, just give me a little bit of your background, because as we were talking here, I mean, I'm just fascinated that someone of your level is still living here in Pittsburgh, and did all the time.
Nobody chooses to move from Pittsburgh. People only move from Pittsburgh if they have to follow a job or something like that. I grew up out in the North Hills and wanted to do this for a living since I was probably six years old. And was very directed, and went to a Votech out in Allison Park, Beatty Tech.
Beatty Tech, yeah. Oh, my God, if Rachel was here, she'd be like, she's on the school board at North Hills and is the Beatty Tech rep.
No, I did my 2 years, my junior and senior year there, had a terrific instructor named Tony Crom, and that turned into 2 years at the Art Institute of Pittsburgh, downtown, back then.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not there anymore. And graduated and then started submitting work. The editor-in-chief of Marvel at the time was also from Pittsburgh, a gentleman named Jim Shooter, who has since passed. And he saw my samples, and I sent them in, and they sat in a drawer at Marvel for about a year while I got a job at a local animation studio out in Castle Shannon. So I was able to work as an illustrator locally the entire time. At the time I was hired to finally do work for Marvel, they had already had a well-oiled machine up and running of people living all over the country and sending in artwork through FedEx and the post office and everything. So, that was something that was already, a given, that you could live anywhere in the country and work for Marvel. And I worked for Marvel for several years doing Spider-Man, The Mighty Thor, several other titles for different for different periods of time. And at one point I did work for the competition over at DC. I was lucky enough to actually work on Superman for a couple of years.
Wow. Now, when this occurs, do they give you a style guide and say, the shoulders have to be this, the face has to be that? How does that work?
It's not that specific, but yes, we are, especially back in the 80s when I got into the business, you were expected to stay on model to one extent or another.
Okay.
And the fact that I grew up on the comics and was very much a fan, I had no trouble staying on model. It's one of the things they liked about my stuff. Is that, this kid knows what we're shooting for.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty easy transition for me.
I love the fact of the process. You guys beat the internet before the internet even came, because I would have thought that there would be all these artists in one room in some place like New York City or Los Angeles or Chicago, but you're talking about before the internet. You just FedExed everything.
Yeah. There is a bullpen per se that Stan Lee worked to create that illusion that we were all working in one room, and he called it the Marvel bullpen.
Okay.
There is a bullpen. It's mostly the production people that are doing corrections and getting the stuff ready for print. So there is an actual physical bullpen, but it's not necessarily all the people that are doing the disparate books and everything, So.
Ron, I'm fascinated by you, and I really want to come over your porch and just sit and just have a lemonade or one of these shoe brews and just chat about them, because I'm just fascinated by the story. But one thing, I told you that one time in passing there was this guy Stan Lee. Somebody said that's Stan Lee. It meant nothing to me because I didn't really know the royalty of his level. But you've met Stan Lee?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Yes. The most time I spent with him was I was going out to California for something completely different, but I had just done an annual. I had just illustrated an annual Spider-Man story that Stan Lee scripted. So I figured it was my window for Stan to know who I was.
Okay.
So at that point he had offices at Marvel Animation out in California, and so I called ahead and I asked for an appointment, and they provided me with one. So I was able to take a car out to Marvel Productions and get a tour and sit with private time with Stan, because again we had just worked together, so he was aware of who I was. Any other time that probably would not have been the case. But
do your knees buckle when you meet that guy?
No. What's really stunning is that he is exactly who you expect him to be.
Okay.
And as I was saying off mic, what's incredible to me about this industry as a whole is once you're you're treated as an equal.
Yeah.
Even by Stan. You're under the same umbrella. You're working professionally, and he treats you as an equal. It's crazy. Yeah, and he's talking about people like Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko who helped him create the whole Marvel magic, and that blows my mind. Because I can't even consider myself on that same level, but they do. They treat you as an equal. It's crazy.
Pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure to remind everybody that we were at Comic-Con, Three Rivers Comic-Con. It's here tomorrow. And, Ron, you're going to be here tomorrow as well.
I'll be here both days.
You created the black costume Spider-Man, right?
I drew the black costume.
Okay.
I create is a word we get very itchy about.
Okay, yeah, I understand. All right, so
because technically we're creating, but we didn't actually create it.
I got you. All right. So before we let you go, because you have to do some drawings, you have to take one of our Yinzer questions, all right?
I will be happy to do that.
All right. So our Yinzer question for you is, what is something that you know is blessed by everybody in Pittsburgh and loved by, but you just can't do it? And we have to maybe take away your Yinzer card.
You just said it. My mom, God rest her soul, never let us say yins. All my friends growing up out in the North Hills, we used it, but we were not permitted to use it. She felt that was lazy. And so I never grew up being a Yinzer.
How about that?
I have the accent like crazy.
I was going to say, I don't think you do. Yeah, I think you do well.
It's possible.
He's got a great radio voice, though.
Well, thanks. It comes and goes, but yeah, I might have the accent. I have had people come up to me all over the country at these types of conventions and say, "You're from Pittsburgh, aren't you?"
Oh my God! Okay.
So they do hear it.
I must have it, so I don't hear it. There
but it's not from saying yins, unfortunately.
Ron, where does everybody find you online?
Facebook is about the only place I am online. I also work through a wonderful website called CatskillComics.com, and I do private commissions and autographs and things like that through this website. It's run by a terrific guy named Scott Kress, but CatskillComics.com. And if you're on Facebook, I have a public page on Facebook just under Ron Friends.
Nice.
And we talk about comics, and I show things from my 40 years in the industry and stuff.
I love it. Ron, thank you so much for joining us. It is a pleasure to meet you. It is John and Rachel minus the Rachel 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
News, weather, traffic, and business every day. Hear it on News Radio KDKA.
This is Stories from the Pitch. Brought to you by the first ever Infiniti QX65 and by Lowe's. Give your yard its own moment with new limited time deals from Lowe's.
Diego Forlan had been written off in England, a Manchester United flop. 3 goals in 2 seasons. He went home and rebuilt himself into one of Europe's finest strikers. South Africa was his coronation. Goals from absurd distances, both feet. Ball struck so cleanly in the Jabulani, the much maligned tournament ball actually held its line. He scored against South Africa, Ghana, Germany. He hit the crossbar in the last minute of the third place match. 5 goals total. Golden Ball winner, best player of the tournament. Uruguay, a country of 3 million people, finished 4th. Forlan's father had played for them in the 1974 World Cup. Some inheritances take longer to claim than others.
Stay tuned to this Odyssey station for more Stories from the Pitch.
Pittsburgh, get ready. Three Rivers Comic-Con is celebrating its 10th year in 2026, and it's bigger than ever. Meet comic creators, shop unique vendors, and dive into a full day of fandom fun for all ages. Whether you're into comics, art, cosplay, or collectibles, this is the event you don't want to miss. Join the celebration and be part of a decade of comics culture. Get your tickets for Three Rivers Comic-Con 2026 at threeriverscomiccon.com or at the door. Presented by New Dimension Comics.
If you want to know how good it feels to get professional paint work inside your home, go with CertaPro Painters. Hi, this is Larry Richard, and a big opportunity right now. Take advantage of the spring sales event for 10% off qualifying projects through May 15th. The sale ends soon. And remember, each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Planning for retirement isn't easy. If you don't know where to start, join Beth Andrews of Net Worth Advisors every Saturday at 1 for the Net Worth Financial Hour. Beth shares helpful tips and strategies that just might change the course of your retirement. Listen every Saturday at 1 to the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews of Net Worth Advisors. Net Worth Advisors, LLC, is a registered investment advisor.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
For all station contest rules, go to kdkaradio.com/rules.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
It's Rachel and John on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
All right, Rachel's missing out. She's over at Batesburg there in the other side of town there, but she's missing out in the unbelievable amount of talent that's in this room here at the convention center. Reminding everybody that Three Rivers Comic Con is open tomorrow as well. If you go on the website, they're telling you all about the costume contests that are going on. David Bolorado is here tonight for a costume contest. But I went walking around through the convention center here, and one of the things I noticed is a lot of people are just one person at their booth, so I can't say, hey, can you come be interviewed? But I met these folks, and we bonded instantly because they said they were from New York City. And I tell all the Yinzers here in Pittsburgh, everybody wants to go to Pima Tuning or Slippery Rock and retire. I want to go to New York City and retire because I love the crazy
place to go. Go Knicks.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
Go
so
Knicks.
Ibrahim Boulevard. Did I get that right?
That's
all right.
right.
So
That's
you are here, and you guys, we know about DC, we know about Marvel, but you have your own production company, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
So our own company is called EST, which stands for Extraordinary Space Travelers. You can visit us at estcomics.com. And this is our first company. Me and my partner, we started it about 2 years ago, and we started getting into the writing, the story, the coloring, the lettering, the character development. We wanted to be more of a manga style, dystopian style, because we wanted to really focus on the character building. A lot of times you look at the Marvel comics, it has the character building, but the manga is a little bit more stretched. It's a little bit more emotional arcs, and it takes time to develop. And that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to slow cook it so that we can really get into with the real audience and they can really grow with it.
And what made you guys decide to come to Pittsburgh? Is this your first venture to Pittsburgh for this?
It's my first time ever.
Yeah, it was. Does it have a reputation or something, or just it's a close drive, obviously, to New York City?
No, we didn't drive. We flew.
Okay.
But the reason why we're committing ourselves to the process. So we like to, and if you go and you when you go to estcomics.com, you can preview the first couple of pages for free. You can preview that, and you can give us feedback. So a lot of what we're doing, we just did Brooklyn Comic-Con, not Comic-Con, I think it was Brooklyn Comic Festival in June or May, I think it was May. And we're hitting the road, basically.
Okay.
So we're submitting to the process by getting out there with the people. We also have a Kickstarter campaign that we've launched so that by the fall, by the end of the year, we are doing a wait list. So we have about 1,070 supporters so far out of 10,000 that we're looking for.
Okay.
So that's why we're coming to these, seeing people one-on-one. We're building up the waiting list so that when we launch, people can be connected to us and they know what we're doing.
How does this compare to something in Brooklyn? You know, there's so much more. There's so many more people to pull from. But it seems like here, I'm fascinated by how many people are here. Are you happy, as far as what you see here?
Absolutely. I mean, you can never not be fascinated or present around people, period.
Yeah.
You know, any kind of critique or feedback or excitement or what's the story is about, it's the ultimate focus group, right? You're learning from true people that really love the art, they love the industry, they love anime, they love comics, they love manga, they love the story building, the world building. So yeah, why not? Why would not we wouldn't want to get that feedback?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw your book at the booth. I mean, it's like it's not your typical book.
It's a collector's edition.
Yeah,
so
okay.
That's why. So what you're looking at is the variant kind of cover with the collector's edition. It has the coil covering over it. It has all the bells and whistles. Again, you'll see that on if you go to estcomics.com. But, you know, every city that we've gone through, and we're also having our own events, pop-up events that we're doing throughout multiple cities. And we're actually doing this internationally, too. So we're talking about Sao Paulo in December, who our artist is. One of our artists is from Sao Paulo as well. Shout out to Lucas. So we're submitting to the process of growing this brand and the story in a real way and trying to connect with real customers and fans and people that love the lore.
I look around here and there's so much positivity here. You know, it's just everybody's into each other. Like it's very positive vibes no matter what you're doing, whether you're anime, the cosplay. But I usually have this question. We on our podcast we have musicians on every week, and I always ask them, you know, what's your favorite part? The music or the lyrics, and what instrument would you add into, you know? So for when you're doing the comics for you personally, what do you like to do? The character development? Do you like to do the script development? What do you like to do?
Yeah, see, the script.
Is that asking you like to pick your favorite child right now?
Yeah, it is a tough one. You know, I think I like the scene development.
Okay.
I like developing the pace.
Okay.
So I'm the kind of one that's always going back and let's redo it.
Okay.
Slow it down. Is it connecting? Is the emotional connection there?
Okay.
Is the psychological connection? So once we finish all the line art, the coloring, the character, all that stuff is amazing. But the best part that I like is looking at each panel and how to pace it and draw it out so it's connecting with the audience.
Yeah. I'm so fascinated by all of this. I really am, and it's super cool that you guys made the time to come to Pittsburgh here.
We love it here.
And so you know, when you leave here, where do you go next? Do you go back home, or do you go to another one of these shows?
Well, we're going to have an event in September in New York.
Okay.
We're going to do our own event.
Okay.
So if you follow us again at EST Comics,
I might have to find a reason to come up to New York.
But we will be at Comic-Con in Jacob Javits Center. So we will be. We will be there. But again, we're doing both to just get out there. And that's it. Just communicate and get out with the folks and make it good. But we thank y'all for having us. It was an amazing event. The people are warm. The other artists has been great. I mean, we love the whole entire vibe of this.
Real quick, if I come to New York City, where are you taking me? Where we're going to have a hot dog or a beer?
Well, you're going to get a pizza first. You got to get a New York slice of pizza.
Yeah.
That's number one.
You got your favorite?
We do have our favorite. I'm going to ask, hey, what's the pizza spot we're going to get him? LES, Lower East Side.
We're phoning a friend.
We gonna let y'all know. Come visit us. But definitely when you come to New York, you definitely got to get a slice of pizza and visit us at estcomics.com. Thank you guys for taking the time out.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. It's John and Rachel minus the Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Brian Schlaba here from the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, born and raised right here. Since 2015, we've helped over 1,000 Pittsburgh homeowners sell their houses quickly and without the stress. No repairs, cleanouts, inspections, or appraisals. We give fast and fair cash offers, buy your home as is, and you choose the closing day. Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057. That's 412-500-9057.
Pittsburgh's local trusted homebuyer since 2015.
I'm with Joe Potachnik from JP Roofing and Siding, a platinum preferred contractor from Owens Corning. Joe, what does that mean?
It's an elite status. We earn that by using Owens Corning products to qualify for the platinum preferred warranty. That's a 50-year warranty on the materials and 25-year on the labor, 100%.
That's the upper 1% in America after 45 years, Joe. Congratulations.
Thank you, Larry.
Call JP Roofing and Siding, 412-829-7711.
At Petite Kitchen and Bath Design Center, we love to exceed our customers' expectations. It's what we've been doing for over 50 years.
Our kitchens are a combination of quality materials and master craftsmanship. And through each step of custom creation to expert installation, it's all about taking care of the details.
With a focus on the details, we make sure that the design meets your needs and that the materials and construction ensure that your kitchen will stand the test of time.
All while managing the scheduling so that your life has as little disruption as possible and your kitchen is completed without surprises.
Exceeding expectations. We'll deliver more kitchen than you expected for less money than you expect to pay.
Visit our showroom or call us at 412-279-2222.
That's 412-279-2222.
Haven't you waited long enough?
PA 625.
This is Marty Griffin. I have seen so much anger these days. You know what's overwhelmed me with joy and optimism? This Get Marty. The folks in this community that have stepped up. You can't help your neighbor if you hate your neighbor. Get Marty epitomizes that opportunity to help people, feed people, clothe people, educate people. If you need me, get Marty at KDKRadio.com. It's where we will find a way to help you.
Presented by UPMC Health System, Phil DeLuceni and Associates, Cousins Roofing, Siding and Decks, and by Harold Shepley and Associates.
Being diagnosed with leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, or one of over 100 other types of blood cancer makes people want more time to do the things they love. That means more time to be artists, prom dates, world travelers, and moms. We are Blood Cancer United, the world's leading organization focused solely on blood cancer research, support, and advocacy. We do the most for more people with blood cancer, so people with blood cancer can do more of whatever they want. Blood Cancer United. Join us at bloodcancerunited.org.
Your source for everything that's news. Hear it on News Radio KDKA. From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
ABC News, I'm Mike Dubusky. At least 7 people were killed in Gaza City today in an Israeli airstrike on a tent encampment. The IDF says the operation took out a Hamas military leader there. Another round of Ukrainian strikes on St. Petersburg today as Russia hosts its annual forum. Here's ABC News chief foreign correspondent Ian Pannell with the state of the war.
Russia's progress has ground to a halt, and in many ways it's being reversed. And what we're also seeing is Ukraine stepping up its drone strikes. But of course, it's Russia that maintains the upper hand in aerial capability. Again, we're seeing wave after wave of significant strikes. But I think there's a real sense now that there's growing pressure on Vladimir Putin after more than 4 years of this war to either make some concessions, make a deal, or end the war.
And all eyes will be on Maine this Tuesday, where embattled former Marine Graham Plattner is the favorite to win that state's Democratic primary. This is ABC News.
Ready to start thinking like Wall Street without leaving Main Street? Tune in Sunday mornings at 6:30 for a slice of advice with Kelton Burgess. Right here on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup this summer, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent. The future stars who are already turning heads at age 14. Because next doesn't wait for an invitation. And neither do we. Hyundai has always moved the future within reach. We did it when we made advanced safety standard on every vehicle and engineered EVs with ultra-fast charging capability. Because the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here. Next starts now. Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
Hi, Paul Alexander here to let you know that KDK has planned a fabulous 5-day Arizona getaway this September, and it's filling up fast. My wife, Shelley, and I want you to join us for an unforgettable trip based in beautiful Flagstaff, a relaxed mountain town that makes the perfect home base. From there, we'll explore the incredible red rocks of Sedona, travel by rail to the breathtaking Grand Canyon, a bucket list spot that everyone needs to see at least once. And then we'll take in the stunning scenery around Lake Powell with its deep blue water and wide open views. It's the perfect mix of sightseeing, natural beauty, and plenty of time to just enjoy where we are. And September is truly the sweet spot. Comfortable weather, no summer crowds, and everything planned for you. No guessing, no stress. Just show up and enjoy Arizona. Space is limited. Seats are disappearing quickly. Visit travelwithkdk.com or call 800-383-3131. Again, travelwithkdk.com or call 800-383-3131. Can't wait to see you there.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. That's right. You can earn cash back with Upside just for buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside, and just last year, I made nearly $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get cash back? If you like extra cash, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you fill your tank. Use promo code PICKUP to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PICKUP for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PICKUP for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Join Rob Pratt every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Black and Gold Sunday, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer. Rob keeps you posted on Pittsburgh sports with 2 hours of exciting talk. That's Black and Gold Sunday, 11 to 1, presented each week by Coons Market.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds and intervals of sunshine this afternoon and evening with thunderstorms that can be severe. Flash flooding, hail, damaging winds, even a tornado possible. High 79. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zayer, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hi, this is Larry Richert. Coming up Monday on the Big K Morning Show, 5:30 until 10, in our 8 o'clock hour, Lenny McAllister promises to break news.
Let's return to Rachel and John on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, who would have thought that I'd come to... And first of all, it's John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDK. You can find us over on the Odyssey app as well. But you can find us today at the Three Rivers Comic-Con down here at the Convention Center. It happens again tomorrow. So I hear it's raining outside. So this is like the perfect time to just go online, order your tickets, and come meet some people over here. It's fantastic. It's a very, very positive vibe. And who would have thought that I would have come here and meet somebody that I know, somebody I've known forever, but haven't seen you in forever. So Joe Woes, Pittsburgh cartoonist, Pittsburgh celebrity. I remember you from the Toonseum. Now you're at WQED. So welcome to KDKA.
Thanks so much. I love being here. You guys are just iconic and just an honor to be here.
Well, I mean, it's an honor to touch base with you because I remember going back to having Louis Anderson at the place and all that kind of stuff. So it's been a while since I've seen you.
Yep.
So let's catch up on what Joe Woes has been doing since all that Toonseum days.
Yeah, so we're now entering our 7th season of Cartoon Academy, which is produced at WQED here in Pittsburgh, and airs on PBS affiliates over the country and online and on YouTube as well. And it's a TV show that teaches people how to draw cartoons. So continuing my mission of spreading the good word about cartoons.
Yeah.
I have a syndicated feature, Maze Tunes, which has now entered its 10th year and just got picked up for the very first time. It is now running in the Trib. So Pittsburgh Tribune Review. Now
congratulations.
Maze Tunes on the funny pages every day. And on Sundays, that's just a lot of lifelong dreams came true since I've left Toonseum.
Joe, I met Ron Friends.
Yeah, Ron, great.
I'm fascinated that people can do this from Pittsburgh and did it. What I thought about him is he beat the internet before the internet was something, because I would have thought that there were all these animators, in New York, Chicago, L.A. They're all in a room passing things around, and he's like, no, we just FedEx stuff, and now we use the internet. But, well, what about you? Like, you started here and you stayed here, and I don't know if you stayed, what the timeline is, but you're able to have this career here in Pittsburgh.
I think there's a lot. In fact, it's funny because I've had several people who have come up and saw me at booth. I'm so rarely at Pittsburgh events, because I do a lot of traveling. I think I mentioned last year I was on the road, I think like 180 days.
Yeah, okay.
Visiting Comic-Cons around the country and school visits and museums and whatnot. But a lot of people assumed when I left the museum, I left Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And I didn't. This is my home. I love it there. And I've been lucky that my career allows me great freedom to work from anywhere.
Yeah.
So to be able to work from Pittsburgh, I live in Oakmont now.
Okay.
I love it there. But for my syndication, I just send that in via the email every week. And for books, it's all done by email. But I do still got to travel just because I do a lot of programming in schools and things like that. So I do still travel for that. So,
Joe, I think of you, because I look at you, first of all, and you haven't aged one bit since, I don't know how long it was.
This is the great thing about always looking old. If you've started balding at age 25, when you hit 55, people start saying, wow, you look great. You haven't aged a bit. It's like, no, I just looked like crap when I was in my 20s. So now, it's all good. I look great.
What was your fascination with drawing and animating? And I guess in your profession, there's a distinctive between drawing and animating,
So
right?
Cartooning sort of covers it all.
Okay.
I'm more of what would be considered, I'm two things. I'm a print cartoonist because I do the funny pages and books. And then I'm something rather unique, which is a performance cartoonist.
Okay.
Where I'm drawing on stage, telling stories, or I'm, leading cartooning workshops and so forth, which is an old, performance cartooning is an old vaudeville tradition.
Okay.
That I sort of keep alive. I've just loved that. I fell in love with Peanuts at a very young early age.
Okay.
Loved Snoopy. Mm-hmm. And that was probably the first thing that hooked me. I loved Charles Schulz. He was my hero. I've now had the great honor of being a visiting cartoonist at the Charles M. Schulz Museum for over 20 years. Mm-hmm. I'll be out there actually in August. I'll be out there again. I visit twice a year. And I've worked on a book called Amazing Peanuts, where I got to work and draw the characters I grew up loving. So that's really what started it all, and that opportunity to come full circle in my life. Again, just another dream come true.
Yeah. When when we're talking to Doug Oster, who's on KDK, I ask him, or people that are gardeners, they say, do you garden for food or do you garden for beauty? For you, do you cartoon for humor or do you cartoon for more like the superhero kind of thing?
I definitely am more on the humor side.
Okay.
I'm not, I've done comic book work, but I'm not, superhero illustrator. I'm not one of the comic book guys. Mm-hmm. My stuff, I try to make it very, I look at so many of the artists and I go, oh my goodness, that stuff is incredible. I love what they do. I want kids to look at my work and not go, oh my goodness, that's so incredible. I want them to go, oh wow, that's really good. I bet I could do that.
Okay.
So I try and keep my style very simplistic, very accessible, and that with a little time and effort, anyone can learn this.
And do you prefer colored or black and white?
This is the great irony of my work. I love working in black and white, but my work looks great in color.
Oh.
So thank goodness for Photoshop, because I do color.
Yeah.
But I hated coloring growing up because I'm left-handed. So I would just smear everything. It just looked so bad. So thank goodness for Wacom tablets and Photoshop.
Yeah. Well, again, your mission, it's so amazing that you've captured it, because we talk about so many things. And I'd have to think that, you have to figure out this whole AI thing. And I don't want to get controversial. I just want to say, as you're getting the kids, Are you kind of trying to coerce the kids back to pencils and paper?
Yeah,
but they also have to teach the technology so they understand.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: is there's this perception for some reason that AI is inevitable. Nothing's inevitable. No, it's not inevitable. Eventually, people will sort of catch on and go, like, wait a minute, why am I paying for these slop-looking, flyers that all look the same?
Yeah,
and we'll see the rebellion.
Yeah.
Where people are like, oh, wow, there's really something to tangible art. I would much rather hang on my fridge any kid's original work of art with a crayon.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
Than the best of the AI stuff, because it lacks heart. It lacks that humanity. And I think it's so important. We need to encourage children to create. Mm-hmm. Which, we're always going to need those doodles on napkins, because the great ideas in this universe aren't, being pumped out by AI.
Yeah.
It's still some guy in a bar at 1 a.m. with a napkin that goes, I've got a great idea.
Yeah.
And you're just scrambling. We need to encourage imagination. We need to tell kids, it's imagine, dream. The possibilities are endless, but you need that human spirit to drive it.
Joe, you're so motivating. And let me ask you that, kind of following up, do you find it hard to keep the kids' attention when you say, hey, let's put down your tablets and stuff, we're going to get out a pencil? Because I have a granddaughter, and we always pull out the tablet and the crayons.
No, it's one of the great things is it's a creativity is a human instinct.
Yes.
And it is there. It is. We all have this desire to create. I'm convinced that humans have two main driving desires in life: to create and to destroy. And because there's that great joy when you build something out of Lego or Lincoln Logs, whatever it is. But then at the end, you have that great feeling when especially if you're a boy, smashing the whole thing at the end, or wanting to drive a bulldozer.
Yeah.
And I think that's great, because sometimes that destructive spirit isn't about wanting to destroy something. It's about wanting to clear the canvas and create something anew. Yeah. To know that in that destruction, there's also, new life and new creativity to be built out of it. And I think that's wonderful. I think the kids' attention spans are there. I think we don't give kids enough credit. Young people are just so wonderful, so imaginative, so creative. And all it takes is a pencil and a piece of paper, and they can do it.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that each new generation is a new generations of styles and techniques and creativity and imagination and characters that I'm just waiting to see what's next.
Joe, are you going to hang with us for a little bit?
Yeah, I'd love to.
We have to do our Yinzer questions with you.
Oh,
things,
yeah, the Yinzers.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. We have 3 Yinzer questions we always ask to every guest here. And we are at Three Rivers Comic-Con. It is a convention center, and it is here all day tomorrow. Make sure you go to the website and get your tickets, because it's going to be a wonderful place for you to bring the kids, bring the family. But in the meantime, signing, we're going to take a little break here. It's 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. Would you ever consider paying for your new mattress 2 times? It sounds expensive, but that's exactly what happens when you buy from a mainstream mattress store. The manufacturer marks it up, sells it to the retailer, who marks it up again and sells it to you. Because the Original Mattress Factory sells factory direct, the mattress you buy is being sold for the first and only time, providing real value. Don't buy your mattress twice. Visit the Original Mattress Factory today.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. That's right. You can earn cash back with Upside just for buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside, and just last year, I made nearly $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get cash back? If you like extra cash, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you fill your tank. Use promo code PICKUP to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PICKUP for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PICKUP for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
At UPMC Hillman Cancer Center, we believe cancer care shouldn't just be good enough. It should be life-changing. As the region's only National Cancer Institute designated comprehensive cancer center, we provide groundbreaking treatments and innovative clinical trials with renowned cancer specialists and a compassionate support system for patients and their families. Discover more at upmchillman.com/lifechanging.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Plumbers, today will be a good day. You will be profitable. Your clients will be nice. No one will stand over you and tell you how to fix the thing they actually hired you to fix. You will also feel at peace after switching to Progressive, America's #1 commercial auto insurer. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, #1 commercial auto insurer from the NAIC's 2024 National Premium Data.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Join Beth Andrews for the Net Worth Financial Hour Saturdays at 1 to get the news and information you need to make your retirement dream a reality. That's the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews, Saturdays at 1. Net Worth Advisors, LLC is a registered investment advisor.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
Back to Rachel and John on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Like some mysterious music, Joe.
Yeah,
I kind of like it. Like for what we're, it's kind of like perfect music narration for what we're seeing here. And we are at Three Rivers Comic Con down here at the Convention Center, seeing all kind of folks in cosplay outfits and seeing all this different artwork walking around here and displayed here. Joe Woes is here. Joe is a Yinzer and travels all over the country. Would I say world too, Joe?
Yeah. In fact, I was just in performing in Ireland. So
there you go. Okay. Yeah. And, based in Pittsburgh, your entire animation cartooning life. I love this. And so I appreciate you taking time to do this. You're on your mission of teaching kids that it's real simple to just start cartooning.
Yeah, kids and adults too, Pick up a pencil. It's a lot of fun.
Do you do any work sort of in like nursing homes, things like that?
Oh, yeah. In fact, that's been one of the big surprises of Cartoon Academy, our show on PBS, is that how popular it's been among the senior community. Senior citizen centers, especially. And the funny thing is, I've been told you get about half the people who look forward to it and follow along with drawing, and the other half just want to sit and listen to my voice and relax. And there's something very calming about instructional. Bob Ross knew that too.
Well, I was going to say at some point,
and now this,
you'll know you've made it when the comedians make fun of. They all imitate Bob Ross. When you're being imitated by all the comedians, you've made it, right?
And really, our goal was always just sort of like to take and sort of mash up some of the ideas of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and some of the ideas of Bob Ross, and just come up with this sort of very gentle drawing method that everyone can do.
Did Cartoon Academy come out of what you didn't have growing up, or what you observed once you were an adult and said, this is how I
That's a really great observation, because when I was growing up, there was nowhere to take cartooning classes.
Okay, yeah.
That's always been my lifelong mission, is to provide those opportunities that I didn't have. I mean, I was lucky in that I had parents who encouraged me. My dad was a steel worker, but always encouraged me to do what I love. So I had that, and encouragement's a big part of it. But the resources of learning weren't as plentiful as there are today.
I took I wish I could remember the instructor's name. CCAC had this out in the Brookline area at an old school. There was a gentleman who taught cartooning. And I made side money in grade school and high school doing doing caricatures of people.
Yeah.
And so I ended up taking this cartooning class from this older gentleman, and he taught me about style and how he picked his style. And similar to comedians, as we were talking about earlier, in that, the comedians emulate their favorite comedian first, and then they develop their own style. And I think that's the way this gentleman taught me about cartooning.
Your style is the amalgamation of everything you love.
Yeah.
And then over time, you emerge from that.
Okay.
And then it becomes distinctly you.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's a combination of a lot of things. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, all right. So, one of the things you promised you would do is you would answer our Yinzer questions. And we said in response we would let you promote whatever you want to promote.
Okay.
But because there's so many things here. And but I guess my first thing is, though, do you have a favorite cartoonist? Do you have a favorite animator?
Yeah, my favorite cartoonist is certainly Charles M. Schulz.
Okay, yeah.
Charles M. Schulz, but I also love, Crockett Johnson, who did Barnaby, Elsie Seeger, who did Popeye. I mean, my list goes on and on and on. Kathy Geiswhite, I love her work. Wonderful human being. It's easier to ask any cartoonist you don't like. And the answer is no, I like them all pretty much. I love cartoons.
Far Side was always my favorite. And,
Gary Larson just tremendous.
Unbelievable. And the other thing I was going to ask you is I usually ask you musicians, do you like writing the lyrics more or the music more? Do you like writing the script and the storyboarding, or do you like the drawing first?
I like the drawing part.
Okay.
Because the drawing can stand on its own.
Okay.
That I don't always need text for it.
Yeah.
I can always make the drawing sort of stand on its own.
Isn't that the sign of? It's almost like a comedian that doesn't swear. In that, if you don't have, if you can pull the message off without any words, that's brilliant.
Yeah. It feels just just much cleaner. It feels it's certainly rewarding when. The favorite thing for any cartoonist is something that's so visual, but takes a couple seconds.
Yeah.
That you look at, Dan Ferraro, who does Bizarro.
Oh, yeah.
Wayno, who's from Pittsburgh, also does that strip as well. They're really good at just making it a visual gag that you look at it for a second and go, oh, yeah.
That's it. All right, let's see. All right, we have 2 minutes left here, so we're going to go through our Yinzer questions here. All right, so the first one is the easiest one. What is your procrastination destination? A place that you always say you're going to get to, you go, and then when someone brings it up, you go, I still haven't gotten there yet.
I need to get back to the aviary.
Oh, okay.
I love birds. I love drawing birds. I love cartoon birds, a rich history and everything. I think we have it is a world-class aviary. It's beautiful. It's been way too long. It's probably been about a decade since I've been there, and I need to get back. So aviary, if you're listening, let me come draw some birds.
There you go. Hey, they're on our podcast once a month.
They're
great.
I
wish I have to have you come on the podcast when they're there.
Yeah. So love the aviary. It's been too long. So
all right. So what's a neighborhood for you? So something we wouldn't realize was happening in your neighborhood where you grew up, or a neighborhood where you live.
Yeah. Okay. So I grew up in North Braddock.
Okay.
And I currently live in Oakmont. I lived in Oakmont for 5 years now. Oh, a good this is a weird one. I'm from Oakmont.
Okay.
Helen Keller would spend her summers in Oakmont.
This is where I'm going to go now.
Yeah, Helen Keller spent and fell in love. There was a place she liked to live. She would spend time this school basically, and the owner owned these large dogs that she fell in love with, and apparently he sent her one of the dogs or something. I should know the story better than that, but that was one of the first things I learned when I moved to Oakland. I thought was really, really cool.
That's amazing.
Braddock, my favorite person from Braddock, there's this guy named Bob Stupak who he was known as the Polish Maverick, and he went out to Vegas and built the Stratosphere.
Oh, wow.
So I've always liked that Bob Stupak was from Braddock. There's a lot. I love.
There you go.
I love our neighborhoods.
I think we have like 30 seconds here, so
I'll make it quick.
Let's do this here. What is something? It's a golden goose here in Pittsburgh. What's something we would pull your Yinzer card for?
Oh man, I'm going to get in a lot of trouble for saying this. Forgive me, world.
Security, start
Forgive
the
me,
car.
Pittsburgh. I love Pepe's far more then I like Permane Brothers.
Oh, there you go.
I love Pepe's cheesesteak. I think it's one of the best cheesesteaks in the country. I'm just not a fan of coleslaw, so I'm sorry, Permane Brothers. Love you, but
Joe, you answered
gotta
our
go
answer
Pepe's.
questions. Tell everybody where they find you online.
You can find me cartoonacademy.org. That's us on PBS. Check us out on YouTube, Cartoon Academy PBS. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for having me.
To catch up with you. It's John and Rachel, minus the Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
At Easy Cater, we believe every workday gets better with great food. The 9 a.m. staff meeting? How about breakfast burritos and lots of coffee? Big client presentation at noon? Let's do Mediterranean bowls. Accounting's gotta work late. Keep them pepped up with spicy noodles. With Easy Cater, you get a huge variety of favorite restaurants with tools to help meet dietary needs and stay on budget, all on one platform. So make every workday better with Easy Cater. Start an order at easycater.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
From ABC News, I'm Mike Dubusky. Democrat Graham Plattner is the favorite to win Tuesday's primary election in Maine over the state's governor, Janet Mills, who's suspended her campaign but hasn't dropped out. With just a few days left in the race, Plattner is facing new allegations of abusive behavior against women, outlined in a New York Times report this week.
It all puts national Democrats in quite a bind. Winning Maine is crucial in their effort to retake the Senate. Senator Bernie Sanders standing by Plattner. But Senator Alyssa Slotkin exasperated
about bad behavior by another dude.
Graham Plattner is not the Democratic nominee yet. The primary is on Tuesday, and Maine's Governor Janet Mills is still on the ballot.
ABC senior White House correspondent Selena Wang in Bar Harbor, Maine. Whoever wins takes on Republican Susan Collins in the midterms this fall. Collins weighing in on whether Plattner should be in the race in the first place.
That's really up to the people of Maine. So we'll see what happens.
Huge Ukrainian strikes today in St. Petersburg. The second round of strikes like this in just 2 days. ABC chief foreign correspondent Ian Pannell says it comes amid Russia's annual forum, which kicked off yesterday.
On the first day of this forum taking place, we saw these images of plumes of black smoke arising from energy infrastructure around St. Petersburg. And this is part of a growing pattern I think we're seeing from the Ukrainians, increasing their intermediate range drone capability. They're also targeting logistics. For example, Crimea is having huge difficulties resupplying fuel and armaments to the military there.
The Army is getting ready to execute its 4 death row inmates, if ordered to do so by the president, according to a planning document reviewed by ABC News. If that happens, it would mark the first time in military executed convicted American inmates in more than a half century. You're listening to ABC News.
Hot summer days and high energy bills are on the way. Upgrade your home's old leaky windows this month during Window Nation's Buy 4 Get 4 free sale. Yes, half of your new beautiful energy efficient windows free. Plus no money down and no monthly payments or interest for 2 years. Call now 866-200-8670 or windownation.com. In select markets, trust our family of brands, New South Window and ArmorView. That's 866-200-8670 or windownation.com to book a consultation.
I've been telling you all about the secret war on our cash and the free report you can receive a copy of by contacting Swiss America at 800-289-2646. I'd also like to encourage you to subscribe to their podcast on YouTube. Just search Swiss America Trading. The podcast can provide you a ton of vital information and financial news in the challenging and uncertain times we're in. Subscribe today. Learn more about BRICS, industry leaders, and their market predictions for the future, along with what you might expect to see in terms of precious metal performance in the weeks and months ahead. Message and data rates may apply.
An appeals court in Washington, D.C. hearing arguments from DOJ lawyers yesterday who are pushing and defending President Trump's White House ballroom project. Here's ABC's Alex Prochet.
The Department of Justice says President Trump's ballroom is necessary because of security concerns, pointing to the White House Correspondents' Dinner in an attempt to urge an appeals court panel to throw out a lower court's order that halted construction. Now, the DOJ says only Congress can block the project on the site of the now demolished East Wing of the White House. But they also say they don't need congressional approval.
Astronauts on board the International Space Station have been given the all clear after being told to prepare for an emergency evacuation due to an air leak. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the details.
NASA directed the crew, which includes 3 American astronauts, a French astronaut, and a Russian cosmonaut, to implement what's called the Safe Haven Protocol inside a docked SpaceX Dragon capsule. But before the work began, Russian officials called off their repair plans, electing to study the problem more carefully, and then the all-clear was given. NASA says it will continue working with Russian and international partners to monitor these leaks and determine a long-term fix.
And ahead of the World Cup, FIFA officials now say spectators will be allowed to bring reusable water bottles to events. The organization had banned the bottles, citing the risk of injury to players and attendees, but the move also faced criticism from those who said FIFA was simply trying to increase beverage sales. I'm Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
Pittsburgh, get ready. Three Rivers Comic-Con is celebrating its 10th year in 2026, and it's bigger than ever. Meet comic creators, shop unique vendors, and dive into a full day of fandom fun for all ages. Whether you're into comics, art, cosplay, or collectibles, this is the event you don't want to miss. Join the celebration and be part of a decade of comics culture. Get your tickets for Three Rivers Comic-Con 2026 at threeriverscomiccon.com or at the door. Presented by New Dimension Comics.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds and intervals of sunshine this afternoon and evening with thunderstorms that can be severe. Flash flooding, hail, damaging winds, even a tornado possible. High 79. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zayer, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's Rachel and John on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
There you go. We're down with OPP. If Rachel was here, she would sing it. But listen, I can't do it. I just literally can't do it. And Casey hasn't offered to sing, and Mike's back at the station, and he doesn't sing. So we are here at Three Rivers Comic-Con. You just heard the commercial for it. It's fascinating down here. As I opened the show here at 2 o'clock, I was saying my limitations are basically I knew Bazooka Joe comics, and that was about it. I ate the gum, and then we came out here, and now like I look at what level this is operating at, and I'm completely fascinated by the fact that the animation, the role playing, and the colors, it just all these different things. And now we're talking about game playing, and we actually have someone who does cosplay as well. So Maia, welcome to KDKA.
Hey, Kay. Hi.
Yeah. Well, so let's get back. Let's interview. Let's
go for it.
Right. We'll introduce Mike. So Mike, you're part of this, and of you make figures for games. I'm fascinated by that. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, a lot of it is I've been in contact with a few people who have a gameplay creation group down in West Virginia.
Okay.
They contacted me through various conventions they've gone through.
Okay.
And recently, one of them, a new game coming out called Thirst, has contracted me to do all of the game pieces for the first set.
Okay, it's unbelievable. And this is 3D printing, I guess, right? All right. And Maia, I was going to say what role do you play, but your role is Maia. So, yeah, tell me about that. What got you into cosplay?
Well, I love dressing up, and I've been doing it for years.
Okay.
I love Three Rivers Con. It's a very personal, it's a local con, of course.
Yes.
It's been around for 10 years.
Yes. Have you been a part of it for 10 years?
I've been going to it from the first day.
Is that right? So what was your interest in it? Did you know somebody, or no, you came here and made friends and now you're sort of hooked?
I made friends.
Yeah.
And I've been always hooked on cosplay.
Okay, nice. Now, are you always Maia, or do you have other roles that you play at other times of other events?
Right now, my screen name on Instagram is Catwoman MTB.
Okay, I can see it. Okay, yeah. All right.
I have been doing this for, over 20 years.
Okay. And now, how did that start for you as far as, was it a stressful job and this became a great escape, or you just knew you always were ready for this and you saw an outlet and you're like, I'm jumping in?
I'm a theater major.
Oh, there you go. Okay. There you go. All right. So, Mike, then we come over to games. Like, we talked about, like, you have no interest in creating games, writing games, right?
Interest, yes, but so many other people have such great ideas. I can't help get lost in them.
Yeah. So you hold yourself out as you help them create their game pieces. And tell me, you have one of the games that you're involved in is on Kickstarter now or something like that?
It should still be on there. It actually finished, but they just left the openings so more people can jump in. And they just keep jumping in.
Yeah. Yeah, and so that's where you find the fascination. Now, were there certain games that you liked and you said, wait a minute, I can figure out how to make these things too. Do you do the drawings, and do the people give you the ideas with some sample drawings? How does all that work for you?
Most of the time, I just see something that catches my interest, and I'm like, I need to paint that. And then I just go to ham on just printing out as many things as I can to see how I can adjust it, what colorations work well. And then if there's any unique influences between how various resins interact with various paints on top of it, because some of them are hydrophobic when you add aspects to it, so it creates a really interesting beading pattern when you paint it.
Wait, what does that mean?
Instead of like sinking into the material or just spreading out and sticking, it beads. But then when it dries, it leaves the color exactly where it is.
I see. Okay, and that's all because of the material. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Will there ever be a Maia gameplay piece at this point?
I'll be honest, if there's not one already that I haven't heard of, I'd be very surprised. There's one of everything. It's just about finding it.
Maia, so you seem to be well known around here. Like everybody, our table is right next to the Cosplay Repair Center, and I think that's fascinating in itself. Now, you were just kind of hanging out there, but everybody knows you from going to all these. Do you go to other places as well? Like, do people hire Maia to be a part of their event?
No, I'm just doing this for fun. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, I have a lot of friends.
Look, they're taking your picture right now. We're like, me and Mike are going to be famous because we're sitting with you in between us at this point. That's how this happens. So now, what will you do on a weekend when there's not this? Are you involved in local theater as well?
No, I wish I was. I can't wait to get back into it.
Okay, I got you. All right. So, in Mike, we're going to just kind of temporarily call you Yinzer because you were here. And West Virginia really is like a suburb of Pittsburgh. We call it that,
They had Pittsburgh stores selling all the Pittsburgh merch. People were still wearing Pirates jerseys.
Yes.
It like I never left home.
There you go. All right, so we have one more day of Comic-Con here, and people should go to the website and figure out how to get here. But Maia, will you be here tomorrow as well?
Yes, I'm going to be here tomorrow.
All right. And do you have a special power? Do you have a special, tell me about, develop Maia's character for me.
I'm going to tell you my favorite character. My favorite character is Esmeralda.
Yes, okay.
She speaks her mind. She's open-minded.
There you go. Okay. All right. I like it. Mike, if you had to create a game that was Yinzerized, what do you think that would be? I might be you're not a game creator, but...
No, but there's an easy answer.
Okay.
Pierogi race.
Oh.
What kind of Pittsburgh person wouldn't say that first?
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, my God. Now, this might be like asking you your favorite children. No parent ever wants to answer that question. So, Maia, do you have a favorite character here other than yourself?
Well, of course, Catwoman.
Yeah.
Eartha Kitt was my role model growing up.
Oh, is that right? Yeah,
Yes.
Eartha Kitt was my era's cat. I wouldn't say my Catwoman because that seems weird, but she was my era's Catwoman. Yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
And of course, you got Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
And I'm going to give out props, even though the movie sucked, to Halle Berry. We just shared the same birthday. That's all. That's
there you go. I love it. You say, no questions. The movie sucked. All right. So, Mike, what about you? What's your favorite vendor booth around here at this point?
Ooh, that's a really tough one.
Yeah.
I'm a little biased with mine, but
yeah, no doubt.
Going to show my geek flag on this one. There's a entire section of cosplay accessories for various swords and weapons, and they're so well done and beautiful.
Yeah,
you got one as
Look,
well.
Maia's got one right here. Has she been to the repair shop getting it sharpened? Yeah, I get nervous. I don't want to ask the wrong questions.
I do want to give out a shout out to Pittsburgh. I'm going to try and get this right. Pittsburgh Cosplay for a Cause. They are a real good organization. They do a volunteer work around the local Pittsburgh area.
Tell me about that. What do they visit kids in the hospital, things like that?
They're working on it.
Okay.
But they volunteer. I think they had an event this morning,
Okay.
and they still made time to come to this event.
Wow,
Yeah.
That's super nice. That's so Pittsburgh to me, is that you're giving back. So, Mike, I don't know if you have to get back or if you're going to hang out with us a little bit here, but totally up to you. But just in case, where do they find you online?
I'm on YouTube at Arrier.com.
Okay.
YouTube.com/Arrier.
Okay, and we should probably spell that right. A-I-R-I-E-R.
Mhm.
Yeah, all right. And Maia, where do we find you online again?
I'm also on TikTok, so
Okay.
it's Catwoman MTB at TikTok, or same thing
Okay.
on Instagram.
Nice. Well, I got to tell you, I wish Mike was here because Mike would be looking at us going, this is crazy. And Rachel would really be fascinated. What you don't know is my partner Rachel, no matter what you would say, she would make a song out of it or come up with a song. So this would be the entertaining part. Maya, you'd be up there dancing. And I appreciate it. So listen, all right, thank you again for joining us. We really appreciate it. And reminding everybody, tomorrow this is all happening again. It's the costume
Costume contest for the kids.
Yes, how about
Today's for the adults, and tomorrow's for the kids.
Should I stay for that? Is that
the adults one? Yes, definitely stay for the adults because their costumes are amazing. We even have a Princess Bride here.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, and our own David Ballarado is actually going to be emceeing that. So, all right, guys. Well, we appreciate you joining us on KDKA. We are at the Three Rivers Comic-Con here at the Convention Center. It happens again tomorrow. So don't worry about if it's raining. Just run into your house, get on the internet, if it's still on, and then get yourself some tickets. It's John and Rachel, minus the Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDK.
Your source for everything that's news. Hear it on News Radio KDKA.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
New to Medicare, get covered with MediConnect. Listen Wednesdays around 1:40 to hear Lance O'Brien of MediConnect help you navigate the Medicare process. Simply great, unbiased information to get you the best healthcare coverage. Get covered with MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
Life's best moments start with perfect choices. For Connie Nowak, it was a trolley ride and a 67-year love story. A life of family, smart decisions, and companionship with Chester the cat. Her retirement choice? The village at St. Barnabas. Recreation, healthcare, close to family, everything on her list. Plus, it's an exceptional retirement value with a flexible entry process and affordable rates. St. Barnabas Retirement Communities, stbarnabascommunities.com, or call 724-444-5568.
Here's the latest from the KDKA Community Message Board.
Calling all Pittsburgh creators. Whether you're considering a podcast, launching your first show, or a seasoned pro, it's time to connect. Join us June 16th at Odyssey Pittsburgh for the PodFest Pittsburgh Podcasters Meetup to share ideas, find collaborators, and grow your audience. Search PodFest on Eventbrite and secure your spot today. New to Rivers Casino? Join now and earn earn up to $1,000 free slot play. Stop by Rush Rewards on your next visit to start earning today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Obsessed with pizza? So are they at Slice on Broadway. The 2025 winner of World's Best Cheese Pizza Slice is right here in the Berg with 6 Pittsburgh locations, always serving delicious New York-style pizza, hoagies, and salads. Order yours today. Visit sliceonbroadway.com.
Details at KDKA-radio.com.
Don't delay in getting that plumbing repair done. Call Palucci Plumbing today for all of your plumbing needs. From trenchless sewer repair and waterline repairs and replacement, hot water tanks, sewer camera inspections, to Pittsburgh potty repairs, no job is too small for Palucci Plumbing. Owners Amy and Nick Palucci have been in business for 26 years, so give them a call for your next plumbing repair or replacement. Palucci Plumbing, 412-782-5050. That's 412-782-5050.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your account. When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything. Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour, and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
Are you passionate about youth hockey but facing financial barriers? The Assisted Goals Foundation helps to provide funds for those who need it. We believe that every player deserves a shot at their dreams, regardless of financial circumstances. Scholarship applications are now open through the Assisted Goals Foundation. Don't let costs keep your child from hitting the ice. Visit our website, assistedgoals.org, to learn more and apply today. Together, we can break down the barriers and keep the love of hockey alive. Not in need, but love the sport and want to pay it forward? You can also donate online at assistedgoals.org today.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Back to Rachel and John on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
All right, we are kind of getting close to wrapping up here for the day at Three Rivers Comic-Con, at least for our broadcast part, but the show goes on. David Ballarado is going to be emceeing the adult costume situation here in a little bit here, but just in case you showed up here and your cosplay costume broke a strap, popped a button, whatever, guess what? There's a repair shop here. The repair table is here, and we got Chris and Jill, right?
Yep.
All right, so is this like something, is this your company where you help people build costumes and now you're just here repairing? Or you're the volunteers, you're into this, and you just help everybody? Yes. Hold on 1 second. Yes, stay here, please. Our next guest has just walked in the room here. Anyway, so Jill and Chris, I'm going to focus on you guys. So tell me a little bit about, is this your business or no, this is what you do?
Well, we volunteer to repair other people's costumes. It started out with my cosplay. I tend to make giant monsters, hence the name Monster Lab.
Yep.
And pieces fall off all the time.
Yeah.
So Joel would be chasing around, picking pieces up and putting them back on. So we just expanded it to everybody because nothing ruins your day quicker than a damaged costume.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it used to be, do you see the short lady following around the guy in the giant pumpkin costume?
Yeah.
Yeah, she has tape. Go find her.
Yeah.
And okay, well, rather than being like, hey, someone that someone else knows, why don't we just make this a thing so we're not like gatekeeping and then anybody can come and get repaired?
Yeah.
Because there is nothing worse than having a costume malfunction to ruin your whole weekend.
Yeah. So Jill, do you have a costume as well, and you just decided to take the volunteer role of helping people this week?
I do cosplay as well. I tend to want to be comfortable if I'm getting up and moving around and helping other people. But yeah, I have a bunch. I have I actually have a a Catwoman, just like Maya does.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, she said Eartha Kitt's her Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer's my Catwoman.
Okay.
But anyway, but middle-aged and with lots of cats. But anyway, if you saw it, you'd get it. But anyway, and I've done like Blueberry Muffin from Strawberry Shortcake.
Okay.
A bunch of other stuff. There's a couple that we've done together from like 90s Disney movies and stuff like that. But, you know. But yeah, I just, like I said, it completely makes my day if I can make someone else not be sad.
Yeah. And now, are you guys both local to Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, born and raised.
Yeah, I'm in the North Hills.
Okay.
Yeah.
North Hills.
Yeah.
So that's like North Hills School District or North Hills above that North Hills School?
I'm in Westview. So
Westview, oh, yeah.
I think that's North Hills.
I know
School
Westview,
District.
yeah. I know Westview very, very well, yeah.
Yeah, and you're in Westmoreland, right?
Yeah, I'm out near Murraysville.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
we've known each other forever.
If I decided I wanted to get into cosplay, would I contact you to help me build a costume from the start? Or, yeah?
You could. The thing that's nice about this like team up here is he's really good at like hard construction, like fabricating things out of, I don't know, like insulation foam and pieces of roller coaster wood and random objects like that. And I'm more of like the sewing and ironing and, you know, theater-based kind of costuming kind of a thing.
I saw you sewing over there as we're getting ready to come on here. Well, you're both my spirit animal because Halloween was always my favorite thing, and I never was anything normal. And now I have a granddaughter, and you know, it probably cost me $300 by the time I buy all the thing and fix the mistakes of making her a costume I could have purchased for $30, right?
Yeah.
But you have to have that original. So much so, I had to learn how to sew. I bought a sewing machine, and I'm not, you know, I could never be a seamstress person for anybody. But
sewist, I think, is the
sewist. Is that
correct?
The
term. Modern term is sewist.
Sewist.
Yes.
I like it. I can never be, but I can tell you from Halloween through Thanksgiving, I basically have no finger prints on my fingertips because of the glue gun burns.
I know the feeling.
Yeah,
that's kind of how, I mean, back in, it was, 1995, 1996, shh, don't tell anyone. The movie James and the Giant Peach came out. It was based on a Roald Dahl book. And I wanted to be Miss Ladybug from that movie, and nobody had any costumes anywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can do that. So I bought a sewing machine, and I made it. It took me like 15 hours of staying up late and everything like that while attending college classes and whatnot. And I made this costume. And he's like, yeah, you could do cosplay. I'm like, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. I could never do that. He's like, yeah, like, I don't know how many years ago you made that Ladybug costume. And I'm like, well, I didn't think of that. I guess I did, but okay. I still have it.
Yeah.
I made a Mr. Potato Head costume for myself years ago, and I put it on chicken wire. And I didn't really understand paper mache at the point, and it was in my parents' basement. It was way too thick, and it grew moldy, and it started to smell to high heavens. And learned a long lesson about paper mache there. All right, since you both are from the Pittsburgh area, we're going to ask you our Yinzer questions if you guys are up for it.
Sure.
Right? All right. So you can kind of tag team if you want. So one thing is, what would be one thing that's a golden goose here in Pittsburgh, but you just don't care for? Rachel's is always like, she doesn't necessarily care for Permanis. Somebody said they don't necessarily care for the incline. What would be one of you guys? What would be? Yeah, right. Just gasp. What would be your something you don't necessarily like, but we might put your answer card for? Chris.
I don't know.
You like everything.
I have never been to a Steeler game.
Okay, there you go. All right.
I've been inside Heinz Field twice. Once was for a preseason game that got rained out, and once for when they filmed Batman.
Oh, okay. How about you, Jill?
The only big Pittsburgh thing that I can think of that I'm not a fan of is when people slow down in the tunnels. Don't do that.
Yes, right. If you do it, we're pulling your Yinzer card. All right, one more. So what's the website for you guys?
We're Monster Lab _cosplay on Instagram.
There you go.
And mine is Robot Scarecrow, all one word.
Okay, and Jill?
And I am Monster Handler Jill.
Nice.
All one word.
All right, that's it. We're winding things down here, or winding things up, I guess you'd say. It's John and Rachel minus the Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I still remember the first time CertaPro painters did their magic in my kitchen. Professional, beautiful, No worry. Loved everything about it. So there was the next room, and even outside. And know that each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. But hurry, time is running out. Take advantage of the spring sales event for 10% off qualifying projects through May 15th. So go with CertaPro Painters.
When you're handling an estate or an inherited home, the decisions can feel overwhelming. At Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, we help families through this every single week. We make a quick, fair cash offer on the home, coordinate any cleanouts, help you through the process, and we'll buy it in its current condition. No pressure, no surprises. Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057 for help selling today. That's 412-500-9057 for help selling today.
Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's local trusted home buyer since 2015.
Don't know who to trust? Go with the sure thing. PJ Fitzpatrick has been your trusted roofer for 45 years. They've earned thousands of 5-star reviews and back all new roofs with a lifetime guarantee on materials and labor. The PJ Fitzpatrick team of experienced professionals install most roofs in just one day. Set up a free consultation this month to save thousands. Plus, they have a variety of financing packages that work with any budget. Don't wait. Visit trustpj.com today.
Join Rob Pratt every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Black and Gold Sunday, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer. Rob keeps you posted on Pittsburgh sports with 2 hours of exciting talk. That's Black and Gold Sunday, 11 to 1, presented each week by Coons Market.
You know the feeling. It's 2 a.m. You're awake, running the numbers in your head. Payroll's coming. A client hasn't paid. Costs just went up. And you're thinking, how am I going to make this work? That's where LendSeek comes in.
That was me. I had payroll in 3 days and money tied up in receivables. I couldn't wait weeks for a bank. I went to LendSeek, and within minutes, I saw real funding options. They were clear, upfront, no games. By the next day, the money was in my account. Payroll went out. Crisis over.
LendSeek uses AI to match your business with the right funding, up to $5 million in as fast as 24 hours.
With LendSeek, it's not just funding, it's knowing you're covered when things get tight.
If you've been in business for at least 1 year with at least $500,000 annual revenue, apply today. No upfront costs, no prepaid penalties, because in business, waiting isn't an option. Start ready, stay ready with LendSeek. Apply at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
ABC News, I'm Mike Dubusky. The Israeli Defense Forces now say they've taken out a top Hamas military leader in a strike on Gaza City today. Health officials there say at least 7 people were killed in that strike. Ukrainian forces are continuing to batter St. Petersburg with aerial attacks, where Russia is hosting its annual forum. An oil depot near St. Petersburg has also been struck. It's the final days of Maine's Democratic primary, with former Marine Graham Plattner leading party rival Governor Janet Mills. However, a New York Times report about Plattner's alleged mistreatment of women could hurt his chances on Tuesday. Plattner speaking at a campaign event last night.
Now, as every single piece of that past and journey gets dug up, litigated, and weaponized, you have my back.
Tuesday's winner will go up against Republican incumbent Susan Collins, who's been in the U.S. Senate for nearly 30 years. This is ABC News.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kanodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint, Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
Save big on a new roof during Home Genius Exterior's Memorial Day roofing sale. Get 50% off all roofing materials, then take an extra $500 off, plus 0% APR and no payments till 2027. Call now to schedule your free, no-obligation roof and attic inspection. Save big with our best offer of the year. Call Home Genius Exteriors today at 855-U-R-GENIUS. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. See website for details.
When you get a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, things get real.
And nobody understands that better than the Parkinson's Foundation. All across the country, we provide resources and support in the fight against Parkinson's, a neurological disease that affects movement.
The Parkinson's Foundation is dedicated to improving care and advancing research towards a cure.
And when you call our helpline, you'll speak to a real person who can help you find the right information. Because while living with Parkinson's can be challenging, there are things you can do to improve your quality of life. So, whether you're newly diagnosed, have been living with Parkinson's for years, or caring for a loved one,
when Parkinson's gets real, find real answers at the Parkinson's Foundation.
Go to parkinson.org or call our helpline at 1-800-4PD-INFO, 1-800-473-4636. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Plumbers, today will be a good day. You will be profitable. Your clients will be nice. No one will stand over you and tell you how to fix the thing they actually hired you to fix. You will also feel at peace after switching to Progressive, America's #1 commercial auto insurer. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, #1 commercial auto insurer from the NAIC's 2024 National Premium Data.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A spotty morning shower gives way to the risk for some severe weather this afternoon and evening, with thunderstorms capable of flash flooding, hail, damaging winds, even a tornado with a high of 79. Then cloudy for tonight with a low of 64 before clouds break for some sun tomorrow, high 84, with even more sun Monday, high 85. For AccuWeather, I'm LaTroy Thornton, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Coming up Monday on the Big K Morning Show, 5:30 until 10, in our 8 o'clock hour, Lenny McAllister promises to break news.
Let's return to Rachel and John on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Okay, we're winding things up here, winding it down. I don't even know what you say when you're doing that, but we are at Three Rivers Comic-Con here at the Convention Center. It does happen tomorrow, so if you're saying, wait, what? Yes, you can still bring the kids, the grandkids, the family down here. And earlier, I had Joe Woes on. I'm like, wait a minute, Joe Woes is walking down the hallway. Haven't seen him in a million years. And then I turn around and see this guy, and I haven't seen Winston. Wait, I'm getting Wintis. I'm screwing up all the time. Colin would always go. I actually had it right when you were standing right here. Wintis. So Wintis goes way back because he gave my son Colin kind of a start in comedy at the Pittsburgh Improv when you were the manager over there. So welcome to KDKA.
Thank you. Good to be back here.
So Wintis. I remember when Colin and Ray basically, they said, "Hey, we're going off to New York," and Wintis is going off to do his thing. You were going going to do art. I remember following you on Instagram, and you have been really busy. And you've decided, like, this is your life. Like, you didn't. You know, this is what you're doing. You're not going back to corporate world and all that kind of stuff. You. When I look at your Instagram, I see this is a guy that's enjoying life. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about. Take us from you leave the improv. You become the artist, and now here you are, the artist working for commissions. How does all that work? And for those, this is the radio folks who don't know, describe some of your art for us.
I do a lot of fantasy art. That's mainly what I tend to focus on. I do mythology, monsters, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Comics, even some fan art. But the start was rough, actually, leading because COVID really. That happened right around then. So, I was going full bore and doing art, and then COVID just took a big chunk out of that and kind of made you have to start over. So the momentum was good. And then it just dropped off. But now it's back. It's pretty much like my life is like the improv, like knowing everybody, like all these people and just being out all the time. I just wanted to transfer that over into art.
Yeah.
The whole art community, and I've done that. I'm like the vice president of the Society of Illustrators now here, membership of a gallery in Lawrenceville, Redfish Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, so if there's art community, I'm trying to find it.
Nice. And are you surprised I guess is really the term, were you surprised how much the art scene was here in Pittsburgh and how much it's grown? Like, maybe you didn't have time because you were working so hard at the improv.
True.
Now you've had a chance to investigate. Like, wait, this is all out here?
It is all out here, and that's exactly I didn't know because I was spending 12 in the afternoon to 2 in the morning at the improv like every day. I was like, I didn't even see. I did one art show maybe every other year where I was working at the improv.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, all this is out here, and I was in the dark. Literally in the dark because it had no windows there.
Yeah, right. When I look at your Instagram page, I go, how does this guy sleep? Like, I don't know. Like, those things can be, when you're the art that you make, like, if I was creating that and I fall asleep, I'd probably wake up going, ah! But no, but it seems like it helps you relax.
Oh, it does. I'm a morning person and a night person these days, and I don't know how that happened. But it is. I get up in the morning early, and I'm fine, and I go to bed still about 2 in the morning, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's just,
yeah. And do you find? I know we want to definitely talk about your commissions, but are you like a comedian where he gets up in the morning or she gets up in the morning, writes 100 jokes before they have breakfast because that's part of their job every day? Do you create something every day, or no? You're busy enough that you are creating something every day because it's commission work.
I try to do something every day, whether it's commission or not.
Is that right?
You have to do something for yourself sometimes. If you just
Mm-hmm.
spend the whole time doing something for everybody else, then you kind of lose focus. Sometimes it becomes work.
Yeah.
But like I do try and draw something and create something every day. And it doesn't always work, but you put yourself in the right environment, you put a sketchbook on your lap, listen to some music, maybe have a cigar, and if it comes to you, let it rip.
The cigar is the key.
Yeah, that's the key.
No, I know. We've talked to artist Russell Howard, who used to be at the PDP. His husband, does all these things with linoleum. And, he has a warehouse full of linoleum that he never knows when he's going to use the next piece or whatever, And, so I see that for you. You're like a songwriter almost, or a joke writer. You're putting down this sketch today, you put it aside, maybe never throw it away because you don't know when you come back and tweak it. Is that your life?
So I have a giant chest in my basement full of sketchbooks.
Okay.
Just full. Like, you cannot move this thing. And it's like looking at a diary. When you open it back up, there's so much unfinished, but just ideas that are just thrown out there. That's like my working diary.
I was going to say, do you take a throwback Thursday and sit and every once in a while just have a cigar and start looking through those books?
Oh, yeah. Every time I open it up, when I'm looking for like one or two things, I'll stumble across something, and I'm like, I remember this. And then you're just memory laning it.
Yeah.
Going back. You remember the time, where you were, what you were thinking, who you were with.
And then do you say, wait, I know how I can fix this one?
I do. Yeah. Sometimes I'll take this one and I'll throw it off to the side. I'm like, listen, I have to finish that picture.
Yeah.
So, and I'll come back to it, or I'll redo something of an idea that I just didn't execute well years ago.
Now, what's your favorite medium? Is it, it's color for sure, but painting? Is it pastels?
It's honestly pencil.
Yeah,
Graphite.
is that right?
Graphite is my favorite medium.
Wow.
It's not the one that I do most commissions in. I do a lot of commissions in pencil.
Okay.
But I'm like I contracted to work with different companies. Right now I'm actually working with Zippo lighters, and that's all digital, like color.
Okay.
So I do a lot of digital color, mainly for commissions and things like that. I do color pencil recently, but I don't really do it for commissions. It's more just for fun.
Does pencil have to be treated somewhere along the way, like once it's done?
Once it's done, you have to spray a fixative over it. Otherwise, it'll smear.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah. All right. So, what teacher have you gone back to show your commission work to and say, hey, remember when you slapped my fingers for doodling in 3rd grade?
Well, the funny thing is, I've had my entire life, only one drawing class.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, everything else is self-taught.
Wow.
Yeah, I had one figure drawing class at the old Art Institute when it was on Penn Avenue.
Yeah.
And his name was Fran Pianati.
Okay.
And that's who I had the class with. And I see him regularly at other figure drawing sessions.
Is that right?
And he remembers me. So
now, did you find you come here for inspiration? Do you come here for like minds? Or you're already working with some of these people? What do you find here at Three Rivers Comic Con?
Well, I've always been a comic book fan, for one.
Okay.
I mean, I go to New Dimension Comics over in the waterfront all the time and collect things, But this, you find all kind of different artists here. And not to mention the stuff. I bought some stuff.
Okay.
So it's stuff you just can't get everywhere.
Yeah.
Some of the jewelry I get, you can only find at vendors rarely when they're here.
Okay.
So it's just like a unique spot to stop down. And I met some cool artists here too as well.
Yeah.
Who maybe we'll do some projects together with. I like the network.
Yeah, I mean, writers, musicians, they co-write together. Can you co-create a piece of art together?
I could. I haven't done a collaboration in years, but I would be open to collaborating with people.
Now, listen, you're a Pittsburgher. We didn't get a chance to talk about this, but, when we have Pittsburghers on our radio show, we always have to ask them our Yinzer questions. Are you up for that? I didn't get a chance to prep you for this, so if you want to bag out them, that's all right.
Yinzer me.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so in Pittsburgh, there's so many things to go see, but there's probably something you just have never. You go, I just haven't gotten there yet. Everybody talks about it. You pass by it, and they go, do you have a procrastination destination here in Pittsburgh? You just haven't had a chance.
Mattress Factory.
That's the number 2 answer, actually, for us. Randyland is the number 1 answer,
really?
And Mattress Factory. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I've been to Randyland.
Okay.
Twice.
There you go.
So, yeah, Mattress Factory is someplace that I always wanted to go. Someone just told me there was a party there recently, but I had no idea.
Yeah.
And so I missed that. But
okay,
I want to go.
All right. What is a neighborhood? So we in Pittsburgh, we go. Somebody tells you a surprise, you go nah. And then, but is there a neighborhood, not like something interesting about a neighborhood that you know of? Like we just never knew this about this particular neighborhood. Anything like that?
Well, Sewickley was a place that was kind of alien to me because the only thing I knew about it was that it had a massage bar there.
Okay.
That's the only thing I wanted to see, the Sewickley Spa. That's the only thing I knew existed. And then it found out the Sweetwater Center for the Arts is over there.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Yeah, isn't it amazing?
Yeah, and it's a nice strip with all these restaurants on it and stuff. And I was like, I didn't know any of this was over here. I just thought it was the spa land.
There you go. And do you know Mavuno? You have to look up Mavuno, the celebration of artwork and African-American artwork and music and brewing. It happens every year.
Oh, really?
So we got to. Oh, yeah. You should go there and display your artwork.
I've never heard this before.
Yeah. All right. So all right. One more. What is one thing that we would pull your Yinzer card for? Wait. Do we ask?
Oh, I know the biggest thing you pull my Yinzer card from.
Yeah.
Because I'm from Cleveland.
Oh, yeah. Start the security vehicle, right? No, listen, it has been a pleasure to catch up with you. I'm so glad I ran into you. Where does everybody find you online?
Wintis Art.
There you go.
That's Instagram. That's Facebook. Just WINTISART.
It doesn't get any better than that. Colin says hi through text, man.
Tell him I said, what's up, Colin?
Yeah, there you go. All right, it is John and Rachel minus the Rachel 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Every Tuesday morning at 7:20, listen for Inside Independence Health, a look at all things healthcare with the experts from Independence Health System. It's brought to you by Independence Health System. Expert care here.
So you're thinking about asking her to marry you. Hi, I'm Joe Urbanowitz, the jeweler. If you're needing a fine quality diamond engagement ring, you're just in time for our spring sale, which can save you up to 30%. At Urbanowitz Jewelers, we offer the area's finest unique selection of certified natural and lab-grown diamonds to meet any budget. We also stock a huge selection of designer engagement rings, or we can custom make a ring of her dreams. Stop in today, Urbanowitz Jewelers in Peters Township. Check us out at PittsburghDiamonds.com.
Pittsburgh's very own board-certified and licensed hypnotherapist Dan Vitchoff of the PA Hypnosis Center is here to help you. He has helped train U.S. Olympic team members control their brains, stay relaxed, focused, and in control, giving them the edge for the gold. He's recognized by many organizations around the world as one of the top hypnotherapists anywhere. He has gotten over 3,000 people to give up cigarettes for good in the last 22 years. He's helped folks even who've tried gastric bypass to lose weight. He can help you and give you a 98% success guarantee. Call 724-934-8446. That's Dan Vitchoff, the PA Hypnosis Center. Mention KDKA and get $50 off any program. But call for a free consultation today, 724-934-8446. The PA Hypnosis Center with Dan Vitchoff. Make that call today, 724-934-8446. Medicare's great, but it's not simple. Dina Schmidt and Michael Coleman from One Health Benefits are licensed Medicare specialists who sort through Medicare confusion at no cost to you. New legislation, plan changes, and rules all directly impact your coverage and wallet. Let One Health Benefits have your Medicare plan fit you and not the other way around. Wrong choices cost thousands. A single right conversation with One Health Benefits saves you money and stress. Call 724-799-8873 or go to onehealthbenefits.com.
At EasyCater, we believe every workday gets better with great food. Like that morning status meeting, always better with bagels. And don't forget the coffee. Ops team working late? How about some Power Bowls to keep them going strong? Sandy's celebrating 10 years at the company. This calls for cupcakes. With EasyCater, you get a huge variety of favorite restaurants with tools to help meet dietary needs and stay on budget, all on one platform. So make every workday better with EasyCater. Start an order at easycater.com.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey. More like Mirajoyed. That Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at your local retailer.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
Back to Rachel and John on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All right, we are wrapping things up here at Three Rivers Comic-Con at the Convention Center. Once again, it goes tomorrow as well, all day. David Ballarado is going to be here tonight, judging the adult costume. Tomorrow are the kids' costumes. One of the things, well, we did this last night because we weren't sure that we were going to be able to do this today, but producer Mike's back at the station. Producer Casey is here on site. And first of all, before we go through our national holidays and complaining about them, because that's what Mike and I do, is first of all, thank you to Todd McDivitt and John Engel for having us here at the Three Rivers Comic Con. It's really been fantastic. We've seen all the cosplay people walking by, the characters, and met some old friends like Joe Walls from WQED Cartoon Institute, Wintus, who used to run the Improv now, but an artist. So many fascinating people down here. We encourage you to come down here tomorrow and check it out because it really is something fairly fantastic. So, all right, so Mike back at the station and Casey here. That's Casey. In case you don't know, we do the national holidays. Rachel usually brings them up for us, and we just decide whether we think they're worth even evaluating or not. So you good with that, Casey?
I'm all good.
All right, Mike, you good?
Let's do it.
All right, so here we go. All right, so D-Day is obviously that's a very popular one, and we should take a second to just reflect on that because there's a movie out right now. Mike, did you know there's a movie out there about D-Day and
I've
the
heard
weather
of it,
predictions?
yeah.
Yeah, Casey, are you a movie person?
Yeah, well, sometimes. I like to see stuff in theaters, but at home I can never get around to it.
I got you. Okay, all right. It's also National Eyewear Day. I don't know.
I do
Mike,
wear eyewear. So.
I also wear eyewear.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I have contacts, man. So
yeah, there you go. In fourth grade, I would have said, I don't want this day to ever exist. But now that I wear eyewear and they make it somewhat fashionable, and it covers my gray eyebrows, I'm pretty happy with it.
I have considered getting LASIK surgery, though.
Have you, Mike?
In the near future.
Is that right?
I hear it's very dangerous, but, if it helps me see for the rest of my life, I don't have to wake up blind, like I can't see anything. I would love to get LASIK.
There's sometimes I like it, though, because, when I'm just, tired, I can kind of just turn off my vision. I don't have to process as much. And it's kind of nice. And also, I think the glasses look good on me because if I took them off, my my really round face would just be so much more on display.
Okay. All right. And, Rachel wears eyewear as well. She always wears them up on her head. Sometimes she has a pair on her eyes and on her head. There's two pair. All right. Here we go. I guess this is kind of fascinating. I don't know if these things still exist, but yo-yos. It's National Yo-Yo Day.
I could never get one to work. I don't know if it makes it work. But
I've never touched a yo-yo probably for the last 10 years at least.
Is that right, Mike?
It was something that never came towards me. I was like, yeah, all right, whatever.
Yeah, I could make it go up and down, but all these people that do the rock the cradle or whatever it was called, or make it walk along the floor, I just could never imagine.
I couldn't even get as far as making it go up and down. It'd go down, and then there's no chance it comes back up.
Not that it's National Hula Hoop Day, but the same story would be for me with a hula hoop. Mike, Casey, have you guys ever used a hula hoop? I could never.
No, but my sister was in a competition that she got first place in, so there's always that.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, we were down Myrtle Beach. They had a hula hoop contest with over 100 people, and she came in first place. Got a gift card. I forget where it was. I was pretty little, but. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that is just one of those things where I just could not make it. Like a yo-yo can't go up and down. The hula hoop couldn't go round and round. National Drive-In Movie Day. I do love drive-in movies.
I live right by Dependable Drive-In in Moon. I've been there. It's good.
It's driving guy?
I am. It is sad that they are going away, but I think they need to preserve that. I mean, who doesn't love a drive-in movie? Like Saturday night, the weather's beautiful in the summer. You're just outside enjoying a drive-in movie, whether it's on the back trunk of your car, back seat, whatever. If you're in a truck, who doesn't love that?
I can remember the Twin Highway Drive-In out there in Robinson where a couple of our friends were missing. And all of a sudden we saw, it was like a movie itself. We saw these silhouettes of these heads going across and fist fighting up on the screen. So they were right in front of the projector having a fist fight with some people they didn't like. And we pushed them back into the car and we tore out of there, Twin Highway Drive. And so if any of my friends are listening, they probably remember that. Just heard all this punching and screaming and all that kind of stuff. All right, last one, National Applesauce Cake Day. I like applesauce cake.
I've never heard of that in my entire life.
Yeah, that's the first time I'm hearing it.
Really?
Applesauce cake?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to stop after applesauce. I was been like, I like applesauce. And then you said cake, and I was, what is it? Like, is it just...
Yeah, they use the applesauce for the moisture, like, instead of the eggs and stuff like that, as far as I
So it's kind of like a really American tres leches?
Well, yeah, there you go. There you go. Mike, I guess we're going to have to make this for you guys. I don't know.
I wish you could be back here and see my face of confusion on trying to imagine this cake with applesauce.
Well, so like the way I understand it, because I'm certainly no chef, as you know that, instead of putting like eggs and milk in it to be moist, you use applesauce.
Okay, I mean.
And yeah, and so the picture I'm looking at on the National Day calendar website, it literally looks like a bundt cake with, it looks delicious, quite frankly. So I guess we're gonna have to do that. Well. Those are our national days, and Mike, thanks for joining in. Casey, thanks for joining in. Thanks to all those here. Thanks to Tom McDivitt, John Engel again from the Three Rivers Comic Con for having us here, and Rob Friends, who is a comic artist, has lived in Pittsburgh and Bellevue all of his life doing these things, doing national comics. So, Joe Wintis, we appreciate everybody. Rachel, we missed having you here. You would have loved it here. Sorry you're out in the rain. It's John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
If you're carrying a lot of credit card or personal loan debt, every month can start to feel the same. All those bills, all those due dates, all that stress. There's a solution that's designed to make it easier for you. National Debt Relief could put you on the fast track to paying off your credit card debt, personal loans, and even medical debt for less than you owe, with just one low monthly payment you can afford. And no, it's not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. It's a real, affordable debt relief program that could save you lots of money. National Debt Relief has already helped over 1 million people with their debt and has thousands of 5-star reviews and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. So if you owe $10,000 or more, don't wait. Call 800-878-4646 now to see if you qualify. That's 800-878-4646. One call could help reduce what you owe and simplify your monthly payments. Call 800